everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode with us, Ginton Dice, a bunch of us nerdy friends who sit around a virtual table to play Dungeons and Dragons.
By Dungeons and Dragons.
So, why don't you go ahead and grab a seat, get a drink, and watch us as we fumble around in this wonderful campaign of ours. Um, so if you guys have already noticed, my video camera's not working. So you don't have to look at me again. Maybe that's how we get views if I just don't show myself anymore.
I doubt if that actually
I
happens.
mean, you're probably the ocean.
If
The whole camera's just focused on Cole's hair. Maybe that's how we get the views.
Oh, yeah. Let me get.
Oh gosh.
And then Cole will start his OnlyFans and just link the Twitch in his OnlyFans.
Hey, if it works, it works. But anyways, I assume you guys are ready and eager to continue your quest.
Are we on the quest still? I think we ditched the quest idea 60 sessions
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. Now we're living in a mountain. We're building up our.
Yeah,
farm.
we're still busy on our first quest trying to get
Recurring
the.
farmer on you.
You know,
Oh, McDonald.
It's Farm Simulator now.
You know, those goblins have been sitting and waiting at Oceanfall, just waiting for these people to come so they can finally attack, but nothing's happened.
Yeah.
Dang it.
But
They're stuck. They're stuck there, and they see the player character run around all over the place. And they're like, "But we want to go, but we never come close to the trigger point."
2 years
And it's like
still
literally
waiting.
one of those. Still waiting. It's like, gosh,
What if we just abandon the south to be destroyed by demons and just?
It's
farm?
already too late for that, I think.
I mean, the few cities that are still down there, we just leave them. Just collapse the tunnel, move everybody to the north.
That
Leave
could work.
Pope Paulus to just starve to death, I guess. Eventually.
But they have all their money, all the food is there, so they didn't starve.
I know, but eventually the demons will start attacking the farmers, and
I mean, yeah.
Eventually.
How are we gonna take revenge on the God of Death bullshit?
no, we're just farming now.
There's no more need to do
well.
this. Well, anyways, why don't we go ahead and get in on this?
What should you name the castle? Maybe we can name it Farmville.
Oh,
No.
okay, no.
Definitely
No,
most
no,
definitely not.
swear.
No.
Oh my gosh.
That was
I got.
awful.
If
That was awful. I had Aunt send me that.
Can he get
Again.
can he get disadvantage on his next roll? That's important.
I'm gonna make it that.
Alright.
So,
Anyway,
alright guys.
Alright. that
Gotta
was
roll to
bad.
heal Tay. Let me.
Okay, so where we last left off, you guys journeying from the Feywild back into the material plane. You guys talking to Boss, who told you guys pretty much the rundown of what's been happening. Sanctuary's gotten bigger, and she's changed some things. You guys venturing to Zuradel, with Boss telling you a tunnel that led back underneath the mountain where you guys talked with the Spider Queen. Making your way back up, talking to Vuba, and helping a little bit around Zuradel for the rest of that day while you was waiting for Rorcon and his group to return. When he did, you all went to meet him. Oh my gosh. You guys went to meet him outside the city walls of Zuradel and informed him of the his not only former teammate, but the one that he admires the most, bringing her back to life. With the ritual done, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, yeah. With the ritual done, bringing her back to life almost exactly the way she was. Still, that was a really good roll. Star Guardians was pretty much whole again, except for now the fact that Rorcon's brother Both was missing, and the last knowns was being taken by demons, and they have yet to been able to track him or find him. You guys chatting with Arena and Rorcon, who was trying, or Arena, who was mostly trying to describe what she was seeing for the brief moment when she died, after the her stone presence was undone. She informed of like the shadow fell in chaos, like there's no order to it. And with Podan, who done a can't quite remember the spell you done, but
Alright.
no, not that one.
Oh.
Where you chatted with the gods.
Divination?
Divination.
Yeah. Where they showed you a building with Arena pointing it out specifically what it was, which was in the Shadowfell. You guys making the deal with the Star Guardians to bring them back to your fort and try as a team to go investigate this island where the rumor and speculation that these demons had came from, which was the the Tallfell Reef. You guys went to the fort, checked on it, got it ready. Everybody's, in a sense, moved in and asleep. And so, we are going to pick up on day 40. If I'm
No, I
correct.
wanted to do shit during the night. God damn it.
Sucks, don't it?
Yeah.
Okay, did you really have anything?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so.
God damn it.
Alright, that's fine.
God damn it.
Go ahead. So, pretty much everybody is roughly trying their best to get the sleep they can. And you're up and about.
I mean, I'm an elf, so I only need 4 hours of actual sleep.
And the rest is meditation.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need to sleep anymore. I think I was just gonna find, like, she's just gonna walk away to, like, the furthest she can be away from other people.
Okay.
Inside the building still.
Okay. Uh. Well, you, depending on what room you claim, you could have claimed what would have been Ace's old room. And
Okay, why not?
everybody
Doesn't smell
else,
like Ace anymore.
everybody else is like on the second floor. Because again, since a lot of the rooms are empty, there's nothing there. It's easy to just establish all of those as rooms, sleeping rooms to be precise.
Hmm.
So if you wanted to take that room, you easily could, which would allow you to be pretty far away.
Sure. I mean, I took the spell for a reason, right? But not. I'm going to cast Dream. So I can also do that.
Okay.
And since she has been like, she knows that her father likes to fucking ramble on, she's like, fuck it. I mean, since we're gonna go fucking into the Shadowfell again, she's just like, she just sits there. She's like, I know he wants to talk so much more. Let's just.
He just happens to be awake right now.
I can try later then. Like I have
He's
plenty
dead.
of time. Fuck
He
it.
actually died. Oh.
I'll just go back and like if that happens, like Orisa for no reason will go to today's room and just like die. And just puts a pillow over Tay, just waits.
that
Not
could
even
What did
worse. She will make her servant do it. She will not even do it herself. She will just look at you.
Yeah, that's easy enough.
Anyway.
That's it. Oh. Okay.
She's not raging at the moment, so.
Tay's dead.
Tay's gone.
Roll your new
She's
character
gone.
now, Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, like Orisa will caress a dream on her father.
All right. It does go through. As you kind of sit there in your meditation like pose, um, concentrating and while casting this, uh, you can feel like the presence of your body slowly fading as uh, your mind gets cast like hundreds of miles away to your father, who is, though, currently asleep. As you can kind of feel the connection kind of coming through, and it's kind of like you starting to open your eyes slowly, and you can kind of feel a little bit of bright light to it. And so you notice that you're outside, and as you kind of start to look around, you can see what appears to be your father. Yeah, maybe just like slightly younger than what he is, but it's like he's mining uh these type of rocks that is in the outside, and he's like, as he takes a couple, he seems to be inspecting each one.
Like Arista just like doesn't make a sound, just looks at him for a bit
He
and just thinks to herself like, oh, so this is what he did.
This is like, it's almost like really calming to him in a way, because you see how focused he is. There's even a moment where, like, as he's took like a decent piece off and it looks like it could be something, and he kind of brings it back to his table, which he in a sense is facing you, but it's like you're not even there, and he's just examining this, and you can just, ah, must be getting closer. He kind of pushes it off. There's a little bit of residue on that that looks like it's hard to tell. Maybe a diamond? No. We'll see. And he kind of turns around and just goes.
As he turns around, I start manipulating the dream. I just like start making diamonds pop up everywhere like mushrooms from the ground.
He starts
Oh
to
my
freak out,
God.
and he's like, as he like starts to go pick up his pickaxe, and is like, plop plop plop, and he's, what is going on? Whoa, whoa, whoa. He's like backing up, and he's like holding the pickaxe like he's about to swing at something, and he's just like like alert now.
It's like she just like then Arista will speak up as a, so I didn't know you were scared of a few diamonds popping up.
Ah! Arrested. Why? Uh,
I
he
mean,
almost gave me a heart attack. I'm too
I
old
mean,
for that. All right.
it's not real.
Ah,
It's not real. Like that she like just makes a massive diamond, the biggest mountain appear, and then makes it go away again. It's like I can do whatever I want here.
he just sits down, and he's just, "Hey, uh, well, you can't do this in my dreams. This is where like I
I
go
mean, you
to
always want
relax."
to talk more, but you want to talk more. I was like, I'm gonna give you the chance to talk more because apparently you've been talking so much when I send a message, but I can't. Now we can talk.
Wait, you're. There's no way.
But there's no way.
He takes a rock and
Okay.
throws it at you.
I catch it.
Nah, you can't be my. No, this is part of the dream. He's like, he picks up the pickaxe, and he like looks at all the diamonds and stuff, and he's like, God, I really gotta lay off on that new stew. Oh, I don't think my
What do you
stomach
do?
is
Put some magic shrooms in the stew?
Yeah, like what are you eating? It's like eating those mushrooms that we've seen in the butcher. You're not supposed to eat those.
No, it's not those. Whoever you are, and second of all,
Inside check.
this is like, why
I
am
mean,
I?
do you want to
I
look
feel
at
like
more
I'm
like
talking to
home?
myself.
It's like, do you want to make it look at more like home? I can do that for you. It's no issue. And she like makes like their old home in Xodus.
No, I'm happy here.
Well, now we're here.
Damn it.
I mean, is this a bad place? All of a sudden, to me, it was a good place. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's fine. It's come
Where
on.
do you
And
want?
he's just like starts walking. Um uh did you transport it and made it to where what you remembered, right?
Yeah, what I remember.
Okay, yeah. So he goes up to the house and he kind of stops for a second. He's like, "Okay, this ain't my house. My
Well,
house was a little bit smaller than this."
was it? Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm sorry. Does it look like I was made of money?
No, to me you were.
I, just come in.
I mean, I mean, you were everything to me. Like everything looked bigger than life.
He kind of opens the door and he's just like, I don't know where everything's at.
I mean, we
Oh
can go.
no.
We can go back to the wasteland if you want to. We can go dig. You can dig for some more gems.
His head kind of pokes out. Please.
Please. Okay, fine. I'll just change it to like one of the many places we've been. Like in the Great Vault, I guess, where we find the basilisk. Like in one of those
Okay.
places.
You like did so like in the cave.
No, not in the cave. Like outside, like on the mountain side.
Okay. Um. Okay. As you do, he's just like you see he in like reactively like kind of starts to like look like he's getting cold, but in this like he's not really feeling it, so it's that realization that like okay, this is weird.
Magic's fun, right?
Okay, hold on. You for real? Like he kind of walks over and just like starts poking you. Like, are you the real Arissa?
I mean, yeah. I mean, okay, I look a bit different, but other than that,
What do you mean? And then like you kind of like showed him like your ears, and he's like,
I just hold them again like I always do. Like,
uh,
One of these times she's gonna accidentally break him.
no, it's not gonna act like that.
okay, yeah, I'm definitely dreaming. Like, I am
Yeah, you're
not.
dreaming. Yeah, you're dreaming. That's the whole point of the spell, Dad. Fuck. It's like
Watch your mouth.
I can only do it when you're dreaming or sleeping. You don't need to dream. You can also have a dream to sleep. Well, technically, you always dream, but whatever.
Okay, let's assume that you're my actual daughter. Okay, first off, I've never seen her ever do something like go into my dreams as he kind of like does air quotes. There's
Yeah,
okay, I know she has like and he's like trying to do his hands like rubbing them together like magic. But like I've never seen her
like
do
Dad,
this.
I'm getting more powerful. Like, watch this, and then she like, since I don't need slots to cast spells in my dream because it's like I have control over it. I just cast fucking sunbeam, like literal fucking sunbeam out of my hand. I'm just like, look, I'm much more powerful now. It's like I can do much more now. Like this is just
As you
how
do it,
shit.
and he's like, see, she couldn't do that before either. So like there's no way at all that
He
you
thinks this is the way he remembers you.
I just looks at him. It's like
okay, but
it's like sometimes it's like it's like I've like when I was little I couldn't do magic. When I got older I could do magic, and then eventually I could do even more magic. It's like you see the line going up.
I look, I get that. But at the same time, you slightly like you're an elf. My daughter is human. I'm human.
Okay, wait, I'll show it to you. And like she would just literally replay exactly what happened in the Feywild.
Okay.
So like from the moment she like got fucking interrogated by the Fire Queen to the moment where she like touched the orb and like turned into an elf.
Okay. As you kind of like play all that and like it's like at first he's just kind of interesting. I this this image that's just playing to him and it's just interesting. And then like as like the queen starts to speak and even he kind of like shrieks down a little bit and he's like, "Ugh, she's kind of scary." And then like everybody else talking and going through the stuff, and as it kind of ends, and he's just, uh, hmm, I, hmm, I feel like I need to think on this for a moment. And he kind of starts
I mean,
pacing back and forth. Like,
and then I just replay the night where I flew with him over the city. I'm like, would a fake Orisa know this kind of stuff?
I mean, as he stops, if you're in my imagination, you remember what I remember, right? But that image is incredibly unique.
I remember what I remember. I don't remember what you remember.
I mean, I remember it was pretty fun.
Yeah, but I don't remember your side of it. I only remember my side of it.
Yeah,
That's how memory works. Hello?
he-
Basics that. Come on, basics, basics.
Okay, look. Let's just. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you, Dreamerissa.
Okay.
I find all of this cool, and
Mm.
I think it's just internally, I just miss you, and like, want you back home with all of us, and I miss your brother. Like, it feels like the whole family is just disappearing, and he kind of sits down in the snowy, not cold snow, and kind of like leans back a little bit. I just miss the old days.
Yeah, well, the old days are buried beneath a pile of demon ash at the moment.
Well,
I
that's
think.
that's not. Look, me,
I
you
mean,
didn't
listen.
look who Dreamer is. You didn't have to ruin the mood. I know they're out there. Luckily, they're not here.
Well, I'm trying to deal with them. It's like we're gonna go into the Shadowfell and fuck up some shit, and then see if we can find the Titan and kill the Titan who's responsible for all these dreams.
The hell I ever hear Shadowfell? I don't think I've ever fucking heard that name before.
Shadowfell's the place where you go when you die,
Is that what they
if you're
call it?
lucky.
I thought they just called it the
Apparently.
afterlife.
I mean, well, that place that I showed you is the Feywild. To some people, that's like fairyland. I don't know.
Man, I've been hitting that hard.
Yeah, very hard.
Anyways, Dreamer, if you're going to go slay these demons,
Mm.
why? Like, are you just by yourself? Like,
No, we have like a. You remember like the former crown princess and their team.
the
Anyway, we're gonna go on an adventure with the crown prince and his band of merry adventurers, and we're gonna go fight our way into the Shadowfell, kill Lily and her goons, and eventually after that kill the Titan. If everything goes as planned.
Lily, the one who lived like a block down. I thought she was sweet. Why would you try to kill her?
No, not that Lily. The evil wizard Lily, the one that I accidentally resurrected and then turned out to be the servant of a mad evil god. That one.
Was that her name? I swear it was something else.
Fuck. At this
Oh
point,
my
she's
God.
just at this point she looks like this. Makes the image appear. That's what she looks like now. Have fun.
Oh, the
Oh,
the
God.
the dead version. He's just like, oh god, no! Put it away! Put it away! Ah!
Okay, I'll take it away.
And like, as he kind of like uncovers his eyes, he was like, sweet merciful hells!
Well, the reason why she looks at us is because we killed her again. But then that god decided to be like, no, don't kill my minion. Weird shit.
Okay,
And then we almost died.
okay, hold on. He stands up and he's like kind of rubbing his eyes and then like rubbing his head for a second. Okay. Let me see. Hey, a lot better. As he's like sitting there like processing so much of this stuff, and you see he slowly turns to you and he's like, you're not a dream, are you?
Finally, it took you long.
Arissa? You
Yeah, hello. I've been trying to say it like for the past what, half hour.
you couldn't have told me sooner?
I told you, you wouldn't believe me. I had to like show you like 50 things before you even got to the conclusion. Hello.
I thought it was the bad stew that mother made. I thought she was losing her touch.
Oh my god.
I mean, it could have been, I guess, but no.
I mean, look, don't tell her. I really do feel like
I'll
it's
fucking
either
go
she's.
dream on her. I'll dream on her after this and I'll tell her instantly.
No, please,
I just-
please.
No, I won't. I can't do it more, so don't worry about it.
Oh, thank goodness. She needs to find a new recipe. Anyways, and he kind of like, like it's like everything.
What? I think that's what I'm called for.
Everything is just like kind of like comes together, and it's just, and he just walks over and like gives you like this big hug.
I was like, fuck.
And
Why,
he's
why does
just,
this hurt? It shouldn't.
I'm trying to squeeze you as much as possible because I don't know if you can feel it or not.
I mean, I shouldn't, but I do.
And he lets you go, and he's just,
You hear a pop
You-
in your back.
the one that you've been needing pop this entire time, but nobody ever could.
Nice.
you, all of this, you really have become an elf, and now you're going to the afterlife to fight demons?
Well, undeads and demons.
When are you not doing anything? Like, are you...
When I'm dead? Oh, maybe I'll probably be fucking around in the afterlife, so never?
Oh my gosh. Give me a second.
Elevator music.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Hey, it might be we don't know if that song's trademarked or anything. It could just be random stuff, but somebody could still try trademarking it.
Okay.
I'm trademark.
Music noise, music noise, music
There you
noise,
go.
noise, noise.
Okay, so back to it.
Yeah.
I... I just wish you were able to relax. I miss you.
Well, there ain't no rest for the wicked.
You know, I never would have expected you to be this important. I knew you would be. You had that just feel about you, but can't
Talk to someone about that.
can't the well, can't the princes and his team take care of this? Do you have to? Your mother...
Yep.
She didn't want me to ever tell you this, but you know she cries at night for you.
No, I don't.
You know, your sister, she just hard for her to make any friends since usually she was always bombarding you and dealing with your business, and now she's trying to figure out this life by herself. Mom's trying to keep herself distracted, but every single little thing somehow reminds her of you. She even wanted to try to name this new recipe after you, and I thankfully told her not to.
Oh,
She can do
Should
whatever
have
she
put some
wants.
magic mushrooms in there.
We can put yeah, we can put some yeah, I can put some extra magic mushrooms in there.
We just miss you.
whoa.
We really want you to
Oh.
come home.
Well, I can't go home until all this is resolved, and then I can potentially come home.
I feel like that's something you said last time. When
Yeah.
after you do this, I'm sure there's another thing that needs your attention, and another, and
What
soon
about
we'll
that?
slowly hardly ever see you, and then to the point of probably never hear from you. We probably would never know if you were even still alive.
Oh,
I mean, it's been like, you know, a whole year since the last time we've heard anything from you.
yep. Well, there was a unforeseen consequence of traveling to the Feywild. For us, it was like a few weeks, a month-ish. Well, sorry to drop another bomb on you, but there's a reason why you felt like I was special. So there's this weird shit in the Feywild called title holders, and apparently I am the next one of luck. So yeah, what they wanted to do originally is keep me in the Feywild forever, but I convinced them to let me not stay there. So this is like new to me as well, and it's like I got changed to an elf because of it, and I have this weird mark, and like I don't have it there, I have it here, and she like sort of like chose it, like I have it there, and it's just all fucked up. Didn't want any of this, but there's been put a lot of responsibility on my shoulders, and I guess the way I distract myself is going on. I wouldn't call it an adventure, but this mad attempt at saving the people I care about, which that group of people is growing smaller by the day, apparently.
Well, I don't know. I don't know, Arissa.
No one knows.
I My plans for you was to take over the business and hopefully settle down with your own little family and you know, ever since you've come out of those woods changed. Everything just kept changing.
Well, it seems it was all predetermined in some way. Although we did manage to thwart fate one time, I guess. Like the predecessor of my title. He was supposed to die there, but we managed to save him, so. I mean, things can change, right? As long as you try to make it so.
I guess.
I mean, they wanted me to stay in the Feywild, but I don't really feel inclined to do so, so.
Just, I think as always, what I can say, just try to keep in contact with us. Let us know you're still alive.
I don't know how the Shadowfell works, but I can try.
And you you can see where like it looks like he's just trying to hold stuff back. And he's why don't you why don't you show me what the Feywild looks like? Just take me on an adventure.
Sure, I'll go on the first adventure within the Feywild, and I guess the rest of the dream will just show him the challenge with the illusion, like
Giant
that's part.
praying mantis.
Like I just show him that entire like journey we had
Just
through the
feed your
Feywild.
father to a giant praying mantis.
No. But like sort of what we did.
Oh,
Like he can literally, I was like Orisa would just show it in the full glory of Orisa just literally carrying the entire thing all the way to the end. Just be like, this is what I do, and then we don't have to like roleplay that, but that's
Yeah.
what she shows.
You know, just kind of through all of that, there's parts of it where like he's reacting to it, and it's just like, you know, he's yelling out loud like he's trying to tell you guys. It's like, oh, watch out, or like behind you, run, and like you kind of find it entertaining, and so on and so forth. But you can see there's a part of him that he's just enjoying that and being able to watch you do what you do best. And as the dream nears to the close, uh, he just kind of gives you one more hug. As this one feels really light. He's and it's not even as like of a long embrace either as usual. And as he just kind of backs up a little bit, and he's just, well, I guess it's back to the mine for me, huh?
Well, I could keep this going for longer, but I also need to go rest for the rest of the evening.
Just be safe, my daughter.
Don't forget to say hi to the rest. Tell them I said hi. I couldn't pull you all in. I could only choose one. So.
And they'll be sad that they missed you, but I'll let them know.
Well, I can try another time. Well, stay safe. I'll try to make the world a better place. Or die trying, I guess.
And as you say that, the dream kind of starts to do that weird shake as you kind of starting to fizz out of it. Make a insider perception.
I mean, they're the same fucking roll for me, so whatever. Hit.
Okay.
What did I roll?
7,
yeah, no. Or is not very insightful. Never been.
No. So you kind of come out of that trance as you spell ends.
It's just feels like she's been holding her breath the entire time. Oh, that was a thing. And she's gonna try a thing. I know it's part of. She knows it's not gonna work. She's gonna try it anyway because I have 1 third level spell slot left. Because why the fuck not? Arisa's gonna try and send a message to. Based on their previous conversation, she knows there's something like it, like the concept or something responsible for fate. And she's just like, I'm just gonna try it, like send a message to the concept of fate. And it's like, I don't know what the fuck all this fate bullshit is, but I hate every fucking second of it. And thank you for playing cruel joke on my life, I guess. If nothing happens, nothing happens, but she just wants to express her discontent, I guess.
Okay. You hear a little bit of a low, but it's a more feminine voice as you hear back, we all have a part to play. You are just a small piece, a part of a bigger construct.
Or she just like stands with the, like she sits there. Well, fuck. Didn't expect that. Well, anyway. Fuck. All I have to say about it. And she just like looks at the bed. No, I didn't buy those things for nothing, right? Even though I don't need to properly use them anymore. Whatever. Then she just goes for like her like elf nap, I guess.
It still feels natural to go to sleep. And it's just it's weird that a part of you, like, even kind of doing your trance to a little bit, because again, you're knowledgeable, that elves go through these things, and it's like you kind of sit there and do it to but then it's like after kind of coming out from that, and it's like it just feels weird. You go through the couple of spells, and then it's just like as you go and climb into bed and just kind of get the best of coziness as you can, it's like it just feels good to do this, and you just sleep. Whether or not you needed it, you just go to sleep.
Oh yeah. Well, that was my evening's adventure.
So, you guys waking up on the 40th. Um, you know, a little bit of clouds in the sky. As it's as usual, it's trying to warm up again. It's like, you know, 42 degrees outside. But ooh, I don't like either of those. um you guys start to wake up as rested as you can. What do you guys like to do?
Shoot.
I don't remember if I prepared my spells last time or if I still need to do that.
I'll let them go first.
I did not prepare, so just give me a second, I guess.
Well, I guess Tay is gonna. Okay, you know how like some parents will like bubble wrap their kids? She's basically not gonna literally bubble wrap Exulia, but she's just like making sure she doesn't like. Oh, come on, over the stairs. You know, basically just overbearing, I guess.
It's like even as uh when you two kind of like woke up and like Exulia like seemed to already be awake, and it looks like she's putting on like her gear and stuff like that. Um and she just like looks at you as you wake up and just, oh, you don't wake up early, I see. Kind of continues getting ready, and then like you see as looks like she's about to like, you know, stab herself with two daggers like in her stomach, and you like instantly start to freak out, but she just sees them as you scream, and she's like, "The hell's wrong with you?"
Why are you stabbing yourself?
I'm putting my blades back up, and you can
I
see
stabbed.
like she barely moves the coat, and you can see like she's sheathing her two daggers, and it's like,
Why do you have a coat that? What if you miss? You could have stabbed yourself.
I've been doing this for years. How would I miss?
Well, what if you move a little bit and you just don't even realize that you have it like
Tay,
closer to the side and you
Tay,
accidentally.
Tay, shut up. I know what I'm doing. And then like as she finishes getting ready and like starts to walk out, you kind of like quickly just like scrambled out, and like as she's starting to turn to look and go down the steps, like you start to freak out, and she just like looks at you and she's like, "The hell, Tay? Calm
Sorry.
down."
Well,
You
I
just no. If you keep distracting me, I might actually end up hurting myself. So how about you shh? And she like does her hand to like mimic the mouth of being quiet, and she shh. Yeah, okay. And then she goes and starts walking down the steps.
guess I'm just. I
As
guess Tay's just gonna follow and just have a near panic attack.
as you like quickly go to follow her, like you just completely overlooked as Sini the monk kind of like you were like right in front of her door when you kind of was like screaming, so she kind of like opened it and like stared at you, but you didn't even pay attention to her. So as you quickly go down, and she just pokes her head out and she's, ooh, and slowly shuts the door. But you guys all eventually gather your wits ends. Uh, Tay being a little bit too alert over somebody who's just like, at this point, it's kind of like she's trying to get a little bit of distance from Tay because it's like Tay's acting weird and Tay's following her like a lost puppy. But everybody's kind of come and gathered kind of in the center of the building, kind of having what little snacks or like not mid, but like little breakfast foods and kind of just waiting till everybody's here to discuss what they're going to do.
How much time do we have here today? Are we going to stay here all day?
I mean, it depends if Arena has her strength back yet.
You guys looking towards her, and I feel a little bit more better than yesterday.
Not that much better.
I Let me take a quick look.
I mean, it's okay to save you, not. I mean, it's from the looks of it, the demons are not going anywhere.
If you're not at full strength, that actually works better for me.
I mean, I can feel a little bit more of my magic. I don't know about all of it, but I can feel a little bit more of it.
You kinda need all of it, considering we're gonna launch an assault against a heavily fortified temple, was it?
Maybe wait another day just so you can recover.
Okay, Podan turns and walks out.
Okay. Well, seems it's decided.
Okay,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, everyone.
No, no, don't be sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
As soon as Podan's out the door, though, you all realize that the air is now more fresh.
Oh God!
Or he just goes like, ah, fuck.
Oh,
Thank God for that.
gosh.
Yeah, because he's just surrounded by a cloud of mold. All
It's
We
like
went into a tiny,
like,
we went into a
or
tiny
just like,
room.
it's like you know what the problem is, like, right? As she like she's walked out the room and she looks at everyone else. I can see the fucking cloud. It's fucking annoying. Like I can choose not to see it, but I kind of want to see invisible things in case someone tries to spy on us. But fuck, it's so annoying. It's like you can see it fly around. I can see it go in and out of your mouth. It's like,
Like for the most part, as like everybody was like trying to talk and stuff, like you kept rubbing your eye, thinking like things were like in your eye, because you're just still feeling weird, and so it's like you just didn't realize it.
Or Arista just thought she was having a really bad case of when you stand up too fast and see spots sometime.
I hate that. Oh,
Arista
gosh.
just
I
thought it
hate
was a
that.
super bad case of that.
If we're waiting another day, I'll try to do some more meditating and try to just take things easy, I guess.
I mean, I guess we should prepare. How are we gonna like? Do we want to use magic to get over the mountain, or should we? How do we want to do that? I mean, magic isn't that much of a stretch in that sense.
Cell
Stretch
kind of speaks up. Well, it would be nice to go and see what's over there. Maybe we can try to do a little scouting.
Sure.
Work on like picking up and he's, well, yeah, that would be good. We could try to do that. Do we have any volunteers?
Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, it's like otherwise I'm just gonna sit there and try to make these goons do something whilst we're gone, but it's not like that's super important.
Anybody else? I mean, I can go.
I mean, we need someone who is very good at seeing things. Looks at Alec.
Cell speaks
Wait,
up.
what? What?
Well, aren't you the perceptive one in this group?
What? What are we talking about?
He kind of
What's going on?
scratches his head. He's like, yeah, sure. I can see things. Kind
I mean,
of.
we're too busy fantasizing how to destroy all potatoes in the land, or what?
Yes. Potatoes.
You know that you know that's an unhealthy obsession, right?
No. How dare you?
Slightly unhealthy then.
No. Perfectly reasonable.
Cell speaks up. Well, what we could do then could have it where I can try to fly us over and you two can try to be the scouts. We're not going to try to get real close, but if you guys can see pretty far, that just helps.
I mean, I just give my glasses to Alec. I mean, like, well, I mean, maybe you should take these instead. I mean,
Psh,
Wow.
I don't need those.
I mean, they make you see a lot further, and you get advantage on rolls.
Huh.
What's rolls?
What's a roll?
Or
What
is
are
there
you
rolls with
talking about?
or is there also dice on the table? This.
You just realize that
Ah.
like this entire time you've been around her, every now and then like when she goes to do something, she quickly throws some dice on the floor to see if like she should miss or like it's like nat one, and she just purposely like flings her shot wide into like the
What are you
hell.
doing?
This
Why did you
explains
do that?
everything.
I mean, don't you guys miss on purpose as well? I mean, like, I never miss normally, but sometimes you have to give people a fighting chance, right?
Oh yeah. Sometimes I just heal people a little bit less so they suffer more.
Exactly. So you get it. You get it. Anyway, if you don't
Wait.
want it, fine.
No. Sure.
All right, well, does that mean we need to take an hour so she can get synced up with it, and then we'll go?
Yeah, I mean, we can eat breakfast. I don't know. I haven't eaten breakfast yet.
No potatoes.
No. It's like when was the last time we've eaten potatoes?
As you say, no potatoes. Sini kind of like puts her elbow on your shoulder, and you look, and she's just nomming on one. She's
This is
what's
nasty.
what's
There's
against
mold on that.
potatoes?
Nasty.
Yeah, I was standing in that circle about a minute ago, so the potatoes just covered in mold.
Hey, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger.
I think
Well,
that's definitely on the.
potatoes kill you.
That's
It's
gonna
definitely on
kill
the way
you.
of killing. Yeah, definitely on the way of killing you.
She just
Potatoes
she
kill.
just continues eating it until
I
like
mean,
there's
and,
nothing left.
You know what's bad when I
whatever.
say it will probably kill you.
Yeah, I mean, she's a goblin. She eats like nearly everything.
What an animal.
Anyway,
Sure.
Potatoes.
So
Disgusting.
as
So uncivilized.
as Alex spends an hour syncing up and tuning to the glasses, you guys having your breakfast. Sel, Larissa, and Alec, if you guys are ready, you can head up top, and pretty much he will polymorph himself into like a giant eagle, and you two just hop on. And he'll just fly as what feels probably close enough to not, start getting hit by stuff. Unless you guys try to say anything different.
no, I'm probably just sitting there like looking at the things, semi uninterested,
Okay.
expecting I like to look at everything instead.
So you guys hop on and take off on this flight. No, I
After like probably like after like 5 minutes or so, like, oh, fuck, skirting sucks.
All right, so you guys, what feels like being over the ocean a good bit. I'll say at this point you're roughly about halfway there. You're more welcome to go ahead and give your advantage perception check if you would like, Alec. And if you guys want to get closer or if you think this is it, it's up to you.
What do you
Big
reckon,
roll.
Arissa?
I mean, we look from here first, then we can go a bit closer. You might see something from here already.
So what are you trying to gauge at?
Baddies. Trying to see just
Baddies.
baddies.
Big scary baddies.
Small scary baddies as well. Every
Oh.
form, every size and form of baddie.
Especially if
Yes.
they're potato baddies.
Okay.
You've seen
Um,
Potato
giant
patties.
golden dragons eating
So,
potatoes.
First off, you do see a golden dragon eating potato. Nah.
Yay.
So
And I guess like kill that person over there.
as you're kind of like adjusting these glasses and you're trying to look like it almost feels weird, like your eyes are just zooming in, and you're like kind of like pause for a second because like this is weird, and you kind of go back and do it again, and as you're trying to look about, kind of on the shoreline, you don't really see anything, especially in the direction that you guys are coming from, which uh just to show, like, as you guys are like coming here, like you don't really see anything like on this shoreline. uh as you start to go further into land and you're trying to look, it's parts of it is hard because of all of the trees that are there, but there's tons of breakage points. Some, if not most, look slightly unnatural, of like the holes that are placed, uh I guess you could say, like within the canopy of the trees. It looks like something must have cleared out that section for whatever reason. um but as you're looking, you can see every now and then what appears to be just these weird creatures that you've like never seen before. You got some that look like just like weird mosquitoes, some that looks like deformed apes. Um, you even see what looks to be like, spiky. Is that a spiky frog? Like, it's so weird of all of these weird and somewhat disgusting things you see. Um, but there, there's there's doesn't appear to be like an army of them just sitting there, but it seems like the some that you do see, it's like they're just roaming the lands, but they don't really look like they're, you know, fighting amongst each other or mingling amongst each other. It's almost like, you know, they might see another on a pass by, but they don't do or mention or say anything to another. It's just they just pass by.
See anything interesting?
Uh, not, not really. I don't think.
You don't think?
Kind of. He kind of relays back what he saw to Arissa.
Yeah, so a bunch of demons are chilling.
Just vibing.
Okay.
No potatoes though. That's the important thing.
Are you sure about that? Did you check properly?
I mean,
There could be potatoes.
I checked. There's no potatoes. If there
Who
were, we'd
knows?
be going there. No, no, no.
Given the
No
right
potatoes.
dream, the whole island could just be one giant potato.
Oh no, no, no. I think Alex had this dream already.
So, do you
I'm
guys
thinking she still doesn't get
continue
that dream.
to try to push
So,
forward to see more things, or do you just turn around?
Do we think there's more to see here?
I mean, we're trying to see if you can see a structure on the island, right? There's supposed to be a structure on the island. I mean, maybe a little bit more, tiny bit more. Not that we get like the show is still far enough away, but I mean, we also have to get back, right?
Okay.
Yeah. We go a little
So,
further.
okay, at this point, I'll put you guys almost like right at the wording of till. So, this is roughly about where you guys would be somewhat experiencing, if you guys would make it without having to waste more spells and so on and so forth. Um, but you guys are, again, just getting a little bit more closer. If you want to roll another perception check. Nice. Um, as you continue getting a little bit closer, and you kind of just been a little bit more monitoring, and you do know that like the more you look more inland, there's like just not like a heavy fog or mist, but just a very light one. And you're able to see a little bit more better now, as getting a little bit closer, so you can see a little bit more further in. And there's, once again, seeing all sorts of different like creatures. uh, but as you kind of continue for a second, it's like you feel like it's right there. You feel like you see a tip of something that looks like it's poking from the mist. Uh, a structure of some sorts. It's judging from how the mist lingers and where you see like this the tip of what this structure, this thing looks pretty big. And when I mean pretty big, like it's hard to tell because of the fact of you not able to see the middle. It could just be a big tower, for an example. But this thing like towers over the tree line. So if you were to say the trees, let's say are anywhere between like 20 to 40 feet tall, again, give or take, I don't know the exact height of random trees. Uh, this is like double, slowly going into the triple of that height. But it's the fog that surrounds the upper portion of the dead-like tree canopies that makes it hard to see the structure of the building.
Well, I think we found it.
Well, at least we know where it is now, so we can make a more precise entry, I guess.
Hmm.
This really doesn't look ominous, by the way. Fuck.
Yeah, it looks perfectly friendly and safe.
I think we're gonna have to bring the big guns when we actually go in. Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here before this is.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you tell Sel that, he kind of like starts to go up as fast as he can, and you can see like he kind of breaks the spell, and then he shifts right back into it, grabbing you guys and then taking right back off. And
I just whispered to Alec, I could have done that without doing that weird maneuver. Whatever.
Maybe you can teach him.
But within, the next hour or so, you guys arrive back. I'll say this is, somewhere around midday so far.
I think as we get back, I don't know what Poland has been up to or Tay, but I think we'll just who is like sort of presenting it? Like, I guess I will just tell Sal. I mean, you can tell. Should we just gather everyone, or what should we do? I think people are busy doing shit. I think I can't see Poden anywhere. He's probably busy doing something.
Podan's down by the garden.
Okay.
I'm casting a spell that enriches the land near there.
Enriches the land with mold?
No, but life.
Yeah.
Oh.
It uses
You
mold.
sound disappointed.
All of Podan's spells are mold based, whether or not I describe them.
As you guys kind of come back to the ceiling of the fort,
he's just spreading mold in a mile radius.
You can see members of all of the party kind of just out doing different things. Like you can see both Rorcon and Senia are both like outside. Looks like they're sparring. Horena's kind of like off to the side. She's trying to just meditate in nature the best she can. Let's see. Anne, who's kind of like just sitting kind of relatively close to somewhat would be the center of everybody, just kind of playing her lute, not going too deep on her, whatever. It looks like she's trying to maybe make something. So everybody seems to be occupying their time with stuff.
How long has it been since the morning, out of curiosity?
3 to 4 hours, if that.
All right, I'm halfway done then.
Guess because magic is fun. I just start drawing with my magic in the ground, sort of like a rough layout of the island from the side we've seen.
Okay.
And sort of we can talk about it later, and sort of where Alex has pointed out the structure to be, I sort of like draw a little, or like I can make like a little mound there where it's supposed to be, stuff like that.
Okay. Sure enough.
Nothing too advanced. So Alec, we never really talked about the whole thing of your people in the Feywild. You know,
What about them?
I mean, they kind of gave up, like most of them. I don't know how many are left now.
Don't know either. I only heard of a few that were still alive.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I guess your people still know what they were getting themselves into, but still, can't be that easy to, focus on other things and sort of have to leave them to fend for themselves, right?
Yeah, it's tough, but they are strong people. They will find them. I hope.
I mean, maybe one day, once all this, well, hopefully we can solve this situation and you can go back and rebuild, I guess.
I plan on that.
Probably
That is
need
the
someone like you. I mean, you've also now experienced a lot of weird shit with us, I guess.
yeah. It's potatoes.
I don't know. I think potatoes are still a valuable food of source for a lot of people, but sure.
No.
Ever since I came here, I found out my deep hatred of potatoes.
Of
How did the
potatoes.
potato thing start?
No one knows.
Me and
Me and
hey,
we were throwing potatoes
Oh,
at people.
Alistar or something,
we
right?
went to look
No.
for chocolate,
No.
and we didn't get chocolate. We
Yeah,
got potatoes, so we trashed the place and launched potatoes at people, and we hate potatoes now.
yeah, that's what it was. I don't
Tay
even.
is Alex, potato hating partner in crime.
I'm a partner in crime to a lot of people.
Unless yes.
Those
Tay is,
secretly
Tay is,
loved potatoes and just never spoke up about it.
yeah. Tay is just like the secret, like every time someone is doing something, you're just there for mental support. Like, yeah, I totally support what you're doing. Like the supportive friend everyone needs. Totally do that, man. Like, I don't care. It's like just
You hate
oh, you
potatoes?
hate
I
potatoes.
got your back.
Got your back, man. I fucking hate them too, just because of you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So, as the day is going on, is there anything anybody else specifically?
So after 8 hours, my spell ends and the land is enriched.
Okay.
Unless anyone has something to do before 4 p.m.
I'm just gonna like walk up to one of the coders and sort of see if I can figure out what they're exactly trying to build.
Oh, the golems.
Yeah,
They
I sort of
are
know that they have a plan, but I'm trying to figure out what the end result is supposed to look like.
okay. So, like I said, two was working on one side, and one was on the other, and they appear to be trying to build um, what looks like a hallway that's supposed to be connecting to the main fort. Um, this hallway leads to kind of like two other buildings, but the two that are working on the same thing, the one on like the back end, that would be, I guess you'd say, on the ocean side of things, he is starting to build outwards. Like, if you imagine a hallway, like, one has a straight line, but the other one looks like he's starting to build outwards. Like, it looks like it's about to go to another area that is yet to be built.
It just looks at this like fucking hell, Ace. What are you trying to build here?
So,
Absolute madman.
if you would have went to the two like buildings, they one of them appears to be more of like just a giant empty room. Could be a multitude of different things that could possibly be held here. Um, and if you went to the other one, it seems like this one is being separated by like certain things. It kind of makes you think of, either like a storage area that has just dividers, like, wall dividers, or a somewhat of a house. It's hard to tell. Um, but that's kind of what you get the gist of.
Cool. Fucking like I was just sitting there like looking at it, like what did he like? She just like out loud just says like what are you what were you planning, Ace? Like what were you getting ready for? So weird. And then she just stands there still and looks sort of at the stairs at the wall. Guess we might see him in the Shadowfell, I guess. Who knows? That'd be weird. Then she sort of like walks back to everyone else is chilling.
Anybody else?
Once plant growth finished, I wanted to cast it again because it has 2 different effects.
Okay.
So once the big 8-hour one finishes, which causes the ground to be fertile and any plants that grow there yield twice as much as they usually would, I'd like to cast it for the instantaneous effect, which causes all plants within it's either a 100-foot radius, yeah, a 100-foot radius, to immediately become thick and overgrown. So I'd like to stand in that field of newly planted seeds and cast that.
Okay. Okay, so you. Okay, so yeah, you pretty much as you're casting this rapid growth of all these different types of. Some seem to be just like flowers, but a little bit more bigger. And then, of course, you get the occasional of across like different types of food that are coming up. Um, there's even one where,
Potatoes.
of course, there's potatoes. There's even one where it looks like the vine for it, because there's no obviously structure for it to really kind of grow. So it kind of like in a circle, but definitely messy like thing, is like a grapevine in a sense.
But they grow on trees.
Grapevines would grow wherever, but especially if they have something to grab onto. But considering there's nothing to grab onto, but this magically makes it grow to being overgrown, it would probably just shoot straight up and then go, because it had nothing to actually grow onto, because
that
it's just in the middle of a field.
and again, it's just like it's a mixture of different things that from just regular plants to vegetation, to fruit and vegetables type ordeal.
And then I'll conjure animals and just conjure. I don't know. Some monkeys, probably like 4 monkeys, just normal sized,
Okay.
regular monkeys, to harvest some fruit and put it into my chest that
Okay.
I have. And then
Um.
I'll dismiss the monkeys and walk back to the house.
Okay. And how big was that radius again?
100 foot.
Okay, just out of
So it'd be 200-foot diameter.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. So, easy enough to do. You can just put down you have,
I
just
was just gonna bring it back and we could have some of this for dinner.
okay, that's fine too. Just going to suggest assortment of fruits, fruits and
Yep,
vegetables.
fruits, vegetables. There's 1 potato in there at the very bottom, just for a certain specific one. And I'll specifically talk to my mold and I'll be like, hey guys, please don't get in this food. I know you like to do that, but you can have the potato, but nothing else.
um, Tay. What were you?
Um, I think I probably would go to explain why she's being so overbearing to Exulia.
Okay. First you gotta find
Crap.
her.
Would that be perception?
Or the
You can
investigation, right?
Oh
perception or
no.
investigation, whichever one you would prefer.
Perception. Perception. Yeah,
Go
yeah,
for
yeah. Let's go.
go for investigation because you're Chad.
Mm. 18.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Um,
He rolls a 27 on stealth.
as
Unlucky.
as you are, you're kind of quickly scouring about, like, you just kind of get into an area to where you could look around and so on and so forth. Um, the mistake she made was going outside because there's not hardly anything in this whole area but besides a little bit of rocky
There's
terrain.
there's one spot where just a ton of plants are just super overgrown.
And so you do see her as she's like trying to hide behind like a decent sized rock, which should cover her for her small size. But the black clothing that she dons tends to not really fit well in bright sunlight. And so she's just hoping that you didn't see her. And as she's just like crouched.
I guess she'll walk up. Exulia, I think I should apologize for how I was acting earlier. I can see you're behind that rock too, by the way.
You just hear like a big sigh, and you just see like a head slowly poke like from above the rock. You don't see nothing but just her head, and she's just like staring at you, like squinting her eyes, like I don't believe anything what I'm about to hear.
Well, with Akuma, I I wasn't really worried about what she might have done or did because I thought she could protect herself. But with what happened with her, I'm just afraid that I'm afraid you might to lose you too. I guess.
Hey, I am not that weak.
I know. That's what I thought about Akuma too. And those sea. I don't know what they are. I gotta ask Carissa. They were like fish guys, and then they were seals and part dolphin maybe.
You see, like she kind of just lowers her head behind the rock again.
Huh. Um, that, I, th- you're still. I know you're still there. I don't. Um, I'm just gonna walk around the rock.
She's not there,
What?
and you see like
How,
as you like starting to look around, you just like catch a glimpse of something like changed, and like you happen to look up, and she's just sitting on top of the rock staring at you, and she's, if I'm really trying to do something, Tay, I can make it happen. She kind of hops down, standing next to you, and it's just, I, I, I get it. You've lost people that were close to you. So have I, Tay. Well, I
yeah,
mean,
I just
by your hands, of course, but
sorry.
you know, the point is, you're always going to lose somebody in this line of work. Nothing we do allows somebody to walk out easily. You know, my friends knew what they were doing, getting mixed up with Black Mask. And unfortunately, he was an enemy of you guys. And in that part of the situation, it was a live or die situation. I
Yeah,
mean, I was barely able to get out if it wasn't thanks to Kuma and her stupid fireball that she tried to throw at me. I hope she liked the dagger I threw back.
I got hit a few times with her fireballs.
Glacial
Say
blasts.
when I say a
Yeah,
few,
that too, actually.
I think I might have got a frostbite on one spot on my arm. I'm getting hit so many times.
I'm just.
I know we're friends, but please do not hit me with a fireball. I think I've been hit enough for one lifetime.
Hey, I can't do magic,
Okay, good.
but I can throw
This
a
will
mean
not
dagger.
affect.
Here is
Okay.
from the side. Touch this.
Fireballs right between the two of them.
I cast disintegrate on Xia.
Oh gosh.
Just kidding. Just kidding. That would be extremely fucking lethal. No.
Oh
Let's
my
see.
god!
Let's see how lethal that would.
Fireball!
Let's see how lethal that would be.
I'd like to cast Earthbind
Oh,
before
that would
you
have
take
been
the
that would
picture.
be 70 damage and I can make her fail it. So
I mean,
anyway,
okay.
no, just kidding.
Disgusting behavior.
No, I'm not doing. I'm not even there. I'm just
You
memeing.
put that disintegrate away. Thank you.
Okay, I'll put it back. Wait. It's back.
Just, you part of your left cheek is now missing. Anyways, she just kind of like pat you on the shoulders. Look, we have to trust each other that we can handle this, and if something, was to go down, you have to choose. Are you going to, flee? Are you going to run? Or are you going to fight? Because if you fight with your life on the line.
I'm not worried about that. About my life.
Well, I've may not have improved as much as you have, but I still know a thing or two.
All right, I trust you. Just if you ever learn magic and you ever learn how to do fireballs, just don't aim it at me. Aim it somewhere else. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I trust you.
As she leans in, like kind of like close to your ear, she's like, "You would be my first target," and just kind of like a snake slithers away.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just
I
walking
hope
away.
you're joking. Yeah, shit. I don't think she was joking. You were joking, right? Right?
We will have to see.
I
No,
hope she
Richard.
was joking.
Touch this. No, just kidding.
Cast it right behind Tay.
No, just
Did
behind.
did you just eat your dog?
No. No, I was using her as a human. I was gonna use her as like the fireball shield.
Okay.
No.
I just saw this dog fly across the screen for a second. I was like, wait, what? That
Wait,
happened?
what?
That's how disintegrate works. You
Yeah,
hit
dog-
something
dog-
with it, and
Dogs
it
go
just.
flying.
Hey, how else are you supposed to
I-
take somebody out?
Yeah, I disintegrate and the octane snaps away like shoo, dust.
Oh, disintegrate.
That's one less
Yeah.
person we have to feed.
Oh, there's 2 dogs now.
Come here.
They're multiplying.
So, anybody else doing
That's not
anything
how
for the day?
disintegrate works.
Hey, wait a minute.
Wait, hold up.
Hold up. Look
Did
at
I
the
say
spell.
duplicate? Oops.
Oh,
Whoopsies.
duplicate. Fuck.
I wrote duplicate. That's my fault. Whoops.
Said the spell. Ah, fuck. Why did I write duplicate next to disintegrate? What an idiot.
It would suck if you were like the person who's bad at spelling.
Fuck. Dyslectic mage. Fuck my life.
I thought that said disintegrate.
That sounds like a good idea for a
It's
one
like-
shot.
it's like-
Dyslexic mage.
Well, no, it's like it's not disintegrate. You
cast-
just fucking made that person twice. Now we have 2 lilies to fight.
Fuck.
Oh shoot! I'm gonna cast a center. No, you just did that.
It's like, okay.
Shit, there goes the campaign.
It's
Oh,
like,
fuck.
it's like, oh, okay. If if the double one was that, okay, I'll cast that one instead, and it was the correct spelling. So it's like the same thing. Now there's 4.
Ah, fuck. And then if you're a cleric, instead of heal, it says hurt. It's like, oh fuck. 70 damage is someone like, oh shit, I killed him.
Well, I
So,
mean,
guys.
I did tell you I want my money back, but I guess I ain't getting it back now.
Whoopsie.
So, anyways, is there anything anybody else is doing for the rest of the day?
I guess at some point, just gonna gather the people up for and like sort of like look point at the thing we scouted and sort of like mention what we saw, a bunch of demons, big ass building.
At evening time, I'm going to pull out my mess kit and take the pot from it and cast heat metal on the pot and start taking some vegetables and cast create water and start like making a nice vegetable stew in there
Okay. Um.
using the heat
s-
metal to cook.
So, still keeping the light, Arissa, I'd say you go ahead and you're first, and you're just and trying to inform everybody. Um. And kind of coming from that, the talks are going about uh, should we try to stealth our way, because if we try to like fight our way, it could just get worse and worse and worse, and there's just discussions trying to go back and forth between everybody of
How
what
many
they
people are we?
technically
10, right?
10, yeah.
2, 3, 4.
I can summon 4 giant eagles and become one myself.
I mean, does anyone know how to make us more stealthy? Or like
Oh, I
have
could
access
do
to
that, but I couldn't do it at the same time as the giant eagles.
Let's
Mm.
see.
It sort of depends on if you want to drop down onto the building, I guess. But then the question is like, where would they have the portal?
Inside.
Just checking some stuff real quick. Um,
I mean, if you also have a few people who are capable of casting invisibility, but I don't know how many of us can do that.
they have 2 of them speak up saying that they have the capabilities of casting invisibility.
Because we need to cover 10 creatures.
Would the portal be inside of the building?
Most likely.
I could turn the roof of the building into mud instead of stone.
I mean, that could be an option.
I just need to prepare these things before.
Yeah,
Anyone
exactly. That's
want
why.
soup? There's no mold
Sure.
in it, or at least as little mold as I could do.
Sounds fair. I mean, I would take some soup.
I'll look around at my mess kit stuff and then just pick up a bottle and scoop some of the soup into the bottle.
And like Arissa just like sort of like you see like a plate goes towards you like in the air.
I'll take
Okay,
the
but little
bottle and just pour it onto the plate.
that works, I guess.
All
The
the
plate
water
goes
just
back.
runs off the side, but you have some boiled vegetables on the plate.
Should have done a bowl. I'm stupid. Anyway, I mean, you could do that. I mean, we need to, if we're gonna go about stealthy and we can cast invisibility, then we need to do that as we're coming in.
If someone can do invisibility on all of us, I could also do the pass without a trace.
I mean, it's better to fully load up on as much stealth as we can, right?
But I can't
I
do
mean,
pass without a trace and make all the eagles for this.
mm. I mean,
Who's
And
the
that's
two
a
that
relatively high spell for me to be using just for transportation to make all the eagles.
well, who's the two that can make invisibility? If it,
you have Anne, who is the bard, and Cell.
maybe.
But Ann and Cell can probably only do like 4 people max, right? And that's casting it at a very high level.
Fifth level is 4 people.
Yeah. And then we'd still need 2 more, which could be Orisa or someone. Or use 2
Aye.
castings of it at 6th level if that's available.
Yeah, but 6th level it seems like a waste to cast invisibility to
Yeah.
a degree.
Arena speaks up. What if me and Poe were to become like small insects instead? The rest of you could be invisible, and with us on you guys, who would really notice and or care about a small bug if they even spot it?
Probably no one. I mean, especially not demons, are just looking probably for like big meaty targets, right?
Well, we don't know if those demons will eat anything. Will eat insects too. We know
There
they'll.
are. You said there were some frog demons. I know frogs like insects.
Yeah, well, we're gonna be flying up in the air. That's she's trying to say we're gonna be flying up in
Who
the air.
knows
So
how high they can jump?
No.
I
No, I
don't.
mean,
Is
Not needed,
anyone here
right?
an expert in demonology?
No.
Yeah, I thought not.
wow.
Well,
Odin is
aggressive.
sass today.
Sorry, just cooking makes me feel empowered.
No, does it?
Anyone else want soup?
The only other thing I can think of is um, if me and Poe are able to get onto the island and maybe find a slightly secluded tree, we could try our tree stride.
Even if it's not a secluded one, if we just find one and then burst out of it. We'd burst out in 6 seconds.
I mean, it'd be enough for trying to limit. I don't know.
Then we have to go. Then you have to go look now so that we can scout up before we. Then we have
If
to
we
go
do it
invisible.
that way, one of you who could extend spells' lengths could cast invisibility on us, and we could be birds or something for 4 hours total, if not longer.
I can only cast the extend. No, actually, I can extend. I can hold invisibility for 3 hours.
Yeah. It would, and I could hold pass without a trace for 1 hour and drop the form and go back in,
I mean,
and hold it again.
then the question is like, can any of them see invisibility, right?
Well, if I cast pass without a trace again, so I guess we'd have pass without a trace on the way there, but we'd lose it once we get there.
Yeah, well, you need to. You will, yeah, but I mean, if you want to look for a tree, you need to go today.
Yeah. We
And I
could
can
do
keep you.
that.
I can keep you both invisible for 3 hours. I
have
mean, that will.
I still have the transport via plants prepared for today, so if we did that, I could teleport back if we found one, but I'd need a tree I was familiar with, and right now the closest thing I'm familiar with is a giant mushroom beneath Zrudale.
And sorry, my misinformation. She can't do that, so.
Yeah, I could do it. But I'd need a tree that I'm familiar with, so we'd have to go north first, find something could familiarize myself with, and then go back south. Unless one of you has some tree saplings that I could make become slightly larger trees, and then slightly larger than that, and then do it again and make it slightly larger here.
I mean, I do carry some with me, and maybe if the both of us were to put our energies to it, we can grow a good one here.
We could make an attempt. You'd probably have to tell the automatons not to cut it down.
We just build it up. We just make it off to the side, I guess. So that, I mean, it seems like they're building more over there. She like sort of points in the direction where she saw one of the golems probably going to build it towards.
We could probably go down closer to the garden area and do it near there. Anything within a mile of that place is going to be a bit bigger than it normally would be anyway.
Certainly try.
Oh, Alec, I saved you one moldy potato.
I think someone else might for it.
Mm.
Tay, maybe?
I just toss it in Alec's direction.
He kind of freaks out a little bit, swatting it away, but then he grabs it and just launches it back at him.
It was the one vegetable I told my mold they could have.
Oof, some mushroom
Um,
shit.
Well, I can kind of approve of that because the potato's destroyed.
as like like the slob is kind of like thrown at you, and you like start to panic for a second, and like as it hits, and you kind of go to get it, it's more like you kind of scoop it,
Oh, okay.
and then you like realize like, oh, the mistake.
All of the mold has consumed
Oh,
this potato.
Kind of
and it's like
endures
all of.
it. It squishes it together to throw back at Poden. He endures.
Oh,
I attempt to catch it with my mouth.
just roll a
Open
d20.
wide.
15.
Pretty good.
Easy enough.
Probably some's on my cheek, but
Hmm.
just gotta
Oh
lick my
man.
lips.
So what's the plan?
I mean, are you gonna try and grow the tree?
I think so.
Okay. So
I can do that another 3 times comfortably today.
okay, so both you and Arena are going to pretty much go ahead and go outside and start attempting to grow a decent sized tree.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, and so the idea is that you guys are going to try the transport via plants idea.
We're going to try to make a tree big enough to transport. And then I think we're going to go to the island and try to transport here. Is that correct?
I mean, yeah, you can. I mean, you can keep up your flying for quite a
There's
while.
going to be no way to test this to see if this tree's actually big enough for it. So,
I mean, you have 2
because
wild shapes per day, right? So you can.
I have 2 wild shapes, yes.
So
So
you
I
try
guess
to
I
grow
could
the.
fly north if we want to test it today and then actually try to go to the island tomorrow. Or are you
Well, you have to
saying to
find a
just
tree.
go to the island, try to find a tree, and if it doesn't work, then fly back?
Yeah, exactly. Because you're gonna be invisible the entire time.
But once I cast the spell, I
Oh yeah,
won't
that's
be
true.
invisible anymore.
Well,
So I'll
but I have
just
to go
be
fast.
in the middle of an island, surrounded by demons.
Well, better pray
Uh,
it works then.
no way home.
I mean, you can how you can try it is like you try to make a portal through this tree to the other tree,
To
so
the
that you know that this
Well, I
one
know a few
works.
trees, but the closest one I know is the
Yeah,
mushroom.
but then you know this one works, right? Because that
Yeah.
means that when you get the item, you just need to find a tree big enough, and then you know it will come back.
Okay.
Oh no, you have to go there anyway because you have to look at the tree, right? Oh, wait, technically, I could implant the memory of the trees I saw into your brain. What I saw.
You could do that.
First, no, wait, it's
Try
Alec
it.
who has seen the tree, so I need to first look at
I
Alec's
think it's
brain.
too complicated. I think I should just try to test it with the mushroom, and then tomorrow me and Arena go to the island.
Sure.
I think that'll be the best.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll test it tonight with the mushroom once we get the tree growing. And then if it works, tomorrow we'll go to the island and try to find a tree that's suitable.
Does it
Okay.
work both ways or does it only work one way?
uh,
Both.
the idea would probably be Poe cast it, and a certain amount of people run through it as he does not, and then he'll recast it, and he will join the second group of people going through.
Well, I can only cast it one time.
I think it's like 6
I
seconds.
think
Everyone can
30
move now.
people can go through at a time, if that's what you're asking. How many people go through at one time? I think it says 30.
Okay, well, while you're looking that up, okay, so
I think they tested that in the first campaign.
If both
They're
of
like, okay, we
you,
don't
uh,
want anybody getting cut in half.
if both of
It's
you were
open for 6 seconds, so as long as you have the movement speed to go through within those 6 seconds, you're fine.
it
So as
should,
long as we don't have like a snail that travels 5 feet a second, we should be fine for 10 people.
I
uh,
cast polymorph and turn everyone into snails.
Yeah, as long as there's not a snail Rissa just trying to make it.
I can be fine with this. Even having like anybody who's a little bit more slow moving to
And
the
also
front end.
it says that you must have seen or touched the destination plant. So I don't know if having the memory of it would be implanted, if that counts the same as me actually seeing it. But
At the point, then it becomes your memory. You've seen it.
I don't know.
I would kind of look at it in a way that
Yeah, the wording is any creature, so I assume it's any creature that would be able to move through it fast enough. They have to use 5 feet of movement, but you could only have like what 4 people standing directly beside it, 3, and then the next would be in the next line, so you'd be limited on how close people can stand to the tree when it is cast.
Like, but time should be no issue. It's like it's only if you try to
Yeah.
transport big groups that it
Like if
becomes
we
an
had
issue.
like 100 people, we wouldn't be
no
able to
way.
get them all.
okay, that's
way.
fine. Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I will say that I think just like seeing a tree from a distance, I don't think it would work. I think you
Yeah.
would have to
The way
be
it's worded, I think it has to be a tree that you've like seen face to face. Not that trees have faces.
almost like a
But
few feet from you.
because it says seen or touched, right? So I assume you have to be close enough to actually like be familiar with the tree.
I mean, at the very least, it's a good way to bail if we need to bail, right? Because then we can just walk through the tree back here.
Yeah. So we should definitely do this tree thing if Arena has a seed.
Like, it's like it's at least at the like if our plan doesn't work, at least it's a way out.
And both Cell and Ann said that they would go one to will both help with invisibility and just try to help give you guys cover if anything was to go bad. So,
I mean, if we're doing the thing where we run through, one of them could cast invisibility before I do the thing, and the other could hold it until right in the split second where I cast it, and then we all run through with our movement just
how
to play it safe.
well, the idea is that you guys would be covered by invisibility, kind of
Well, because if they
regardless.
cast it before I cast the transport via plants, I wouldn't be invisible. Well, actually, that's not true. I can turn invisible whenever I want. So no, don't forget what I just said.
Yours
Okay.
only lasts for like 6 seconds, so
No,
doesn't
I
it?
can turn invisible whenever I want. Ignore the 6 seconds thing.
Okay.
Oh, that's for combat.
I have a whole nother thing that has not been touched on yet that I could use.
Okay. So,
Hell yeah.
It's not a
um,
spell druid should have, but I have a thing. So,
um, both you and Arena go outside, and she kind of goes
and
to the area
as
where
Poe
she's.
says, but as Poe says, he has a thing. You look into his eyes and they look black, and there's not really any what's the thing around the pupil?
Iris.
Iris. As he's talking about it, his iris just is also black.
Um,
Ah,
Or she like looks at everyone else.
hate that war. I have an
Uh,
axe.
all right, that's totally not disturbing. Fine, I guess.
I have a thing.
Yeah, I can see everything.
so both you and
Let's get a
Arena
tree made.
head outside, and you can see as she is like being very delicate, and she goes to the area where she was like doing a lot of her like meditation and stuff like that, and she goes to like kind of dig up a little hole and put it in there, and with both of you trying to put a lot of your energy into it to rapidly grow, it does so. It gets to one of the trees that seems to be probably from the mammoth forest, but a little bit smaller than the rest of them. And she's like, both of you are just like kind of staring up at this, and it's just like, yeah, I think this should be good, don't you?
It looks great.
I
I'd like to just step forward and put my hand on the tree and try to open a portal to that mushroom I saw.
Okay. As you kind of put your hand on it, you start to concentrate on the mushroom, the the darkness of the cave, and the lighting that the mushrooms themselves gave, and uh, it's it's like you start to hear the sounds of like the the clicking of like spiders and the sounds of them moving across, and lo and behold, you have a portal.
Okay, run, Tay, run!
No, don't run.
Okay! No,
Don't
don't
run.
run, don't run! Oh, okay, I'm not running!
Hold person.
And then as you kind of like remove your hand and it stays there for a couple of seconds, as it you can see the hole in the tree, like the bark as it slowly starts to reform back. That
I release hold person.
Ah!
just slams into the tree.
No! Ah!
Why don't you run through the fucking fort? Then we have to go and get you.
Well, he said run!
Don't listen to him.
Oh, I just realized my thing, and his eyes do the thing again. My
Ah,
thing wouldn't work if I'm also doing pass without a trace, so we might have to wait to do the invisibility until we're through on the other side.
okay.
Okay.
That's messed up, by the way.
What's messed up?
Nothing.
So
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah,
I think
nah,
my
I can't.
nose is broke.
Nah, just go to Alec, he can fix it.
Got it.
anything anybody else is doing tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Alright.
I thought we were gonna go we're gonna go out today already, but apparently we got delayed, so now I can do more things during the night. Yes, I can.
Ooh. She's gonna
Okay.
cast dream on another member of her family.
Yeah, it's like I was just gonna be like, okay, so they were like disappointed that I would choose one of them, so we're just gonna be like, you know what? I have 2 5th level spells that I can do it twice. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Hey.
So first one, I'm gonna like first dream is gonna be on her mother.
Okay. You as the late
What is
night.
her mother? What is her
Well,
mother dream? Ooh.
before you do, because obviously you're casting this at like late in the night. Anybody else doing anything?
Yeah, exactly.
Ah.
I'm washed out of spells. Listen, I got nothing left.
I'm out of spells too, so I don't know if I can really do anything either.
Okay. So
Does Tay have any piercings? Can I just cast heat metal on something?
no, Tay has no piercings, as far as I'm aware
Dang it.
of.
Not yet.
Oh god.
Oh, that necklace Tay wears, right?
Um.
I don't got a necklace.
Didn't Akuma buy Tay a necklace or something?
No, I bought her a necklace.
Dang it. I tried.
um. So
The necklace I wanted was too expensive.
as everybody is asleep and you waiting for the time to assume that they're asleep too, casting your dream. As you kind of uh, come into this dream, you can hear the bustling city of the capital.
Hmm.
And you see uh, your mom, who seems to be at like a market of some sorts, with your sister, who is like a little kid.
Hmm. I think what Ursa will do is that like how old is her sister at this point?
Uh, how old was your
You want-
sister originally?
I think Ursa was 29 originally, so she's now 30, and I think her sister was early 20s. I think.
Okay, so we're talking about like like a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old. Like she's very small.
I guess Ursa will turn herself into her, I guess, mid-teens version.
Okay.
Oh, so much angst.
I'm also going to say like this is a little bit before kind of jumping the gun, I guess. I'm going to say this is probably a little bit before like your whole
Shenanigans.
I would say your whole wood adventure thing kind of probably already happened, but like you going to the college hasn't happened yet.
Mm.
So just
She will just turn herself into that, and then. No, actually, the Barnaby thing happened when she was 20 years old. This is just before.
okay.
I usually look at my notes. I was looking at my story, backstory that I wrote, and she was 20 years old when it happened.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. Okay.
She'll just turn into her teen self and just walk up to her mother and just take her hand. Where are we going, mother, today?
Oh, I thought you was with your father. You was wanting to study what he was doing.
Well, I thought it was boring, so now I'm here.
Wait. And like as she kind of like grips your hand a little bit harder, but not like hurting or anything. She's like, "Is this you?"
Because your dad told her about it.
She looks at him. At her. Well, yes. Thought it would be more. It would be nice because Dad was really confused when I did it last time.
You could see like this very happy, like kind of like already starting to kind of like cry, but half happy tears of just seeing you. She's, oh, I haven't seen you like this in forever. And yes, your father's a total idiot, but I love him for it. He's tried his best to explain, and I I won't lie. There's parts of it I got completely lost and confused. I decided to go and talk to somebody who knew more about it and explained it a lot better.
I mean, yeah, what do you expect, right? I mean, I kind of just dropped the ball on him without saying anything, you know.
Well, true, but he's not the I guess the quick learner. He's more of a stay in your lane type of guy.
And we all love him for it, right?
Well, I wasn't expecting this. And you could see she's like not even paying attention to the dream sister of yours. It's like she's not paying attention to anything anymore as she knows like this is you and like nothing else in this really matters. She's now like wanting to socialize and talk to you. And she starts asking you, like what have you been up to? Have you been eating well? Uh I've heard that you're an elf now.
Or so she says this, like she's like, well, don't yet, and she like turns herself back into her normal, like her current looking self. Yep.
You can see though, like as she does kind of like look at you like in your ears to, you know, like interesting, but she's also like looking at everything else about you. And she's like, You're not, it almost looks like you're losing a little bit more weight. You need to eat some more." And
Can't help it. It's like, you know, when you eat magical food, it like fills you for a day. Like, I don't know what it does to you, like your size, it makes you bigger, smaller. I don't know.
and
If you eat too much, do you become too big? I don't know.
she's just gone into her typical mother thing where she's like trying to check if you're okay, more of physically, where it's like your father was doing more of the mental check on, she's doing the more physical check on.
I
And
mean, I'm fine.
there's
like I'm stronger than I've ever been. I mean,
there's like, those weird questions that you don't ever want to talk to your parent about. It's like please don't bring that up. And she brings up like, is there anybody that you have your eye on? Are you looking for somebody? Have you
no.
been with somebody? Are you doing anything
No.
bad? It's just
Yes.
just asking. Her face
You better
like
not be
gets white
You
and
better
she's
not be
like,
smoking.
Arissa, what are you
Look at that
doing?
fireball.
I mean, okay, like, should I go down the list? Plane hopping, making deals with people I shouldn't really trust, resurrecting people I shouldn't resurrect, killing said person who I resurrected, turning out to be a servant of evil god, now on a crusade to try and kill that person. I
And
mean, that's.
she kind of like waves her hand like, no, 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 I don't care about any of that. You're
Oh,
not Arissa. You told me you would wait until you're married.
with what?
You It's like then she like starts to look around like she's like expecting the people in this dream to actually listen. She's like,
When she looks around, she like just makes all the people disappear. What?
Arissa, you can't just be sleeping around with anybody like
I'm
that.
not sleeping with anyone. When do I have ever time for that?
She kind of
Oh,
like
there was this one. Well, there was this one time, but I mean, you know.
she like narrows her eyes a little bit and she's, I don't think you'd lie to me, but
I mean, of course, like what do children do to their parents? I mean, lie. This is how it works. You lie to your parents as well. Don't lie to me about that.
well, I'm trying to make sure you're just okay.
Um,
I don't know what's going on in your personal life. I don't know if somebody, caught your eye. I don't know if you're okay. Like,
well, it seemed to be more of like a weird. I mean, it's complicated, and I don't really think it's gonna go anywhere. But you know, it's what it is, right?
so there is somebody.
I mean, it was, but I mean, it seems like after the revelations of the past few, well, I guess for you guys it was a year. I'm not too sure about what is left and what is right anymore.
You know, a part of me kind of felt the same when I met your father. But deep down, he looked at me as one of the most, how to put it, like the most rarest stone that you could ever find. And while at first I thought, well, great, I'm associated with a bag of rocks. And she kind of like starts to like walk a little bit and she's just like reliving the very early stages of how they met, and it's just, but once you get to know them, they they tend to open up a little bit more. So whoever this other is, maybe you just need to get to know them a little bit more.
Or she just looks at her mother. Yes, the only problem is that I'm his replacement. So, and he was supposed to be dead, but he's not.
Well,
So,
sounds like you better make the best of it then and let me know when the wedding bell rings. That's just like trying to just somewhat of a tease you about things, just as a mother would to her child.
or just like staring at her incredulously, like, you do realize what I'm gonna do, right? Well, we'll see about that, right?
Yes, your father's told me, and as much as I really wouldn't want you to go,
I mean, I don't want to go myself, but I mean, don't know, responsibility, I guess.
ever since that day, you've been not not the little girl that I remembered you used to be.
Don't even know who I am anymore, so guess it makes two of us.
She kind of comes over and like cups your cheeks a little bit, and she's like, "You are Arissa, the daughter of both me and your father. You are our firstborn child. You know who you are. No
Yep.
matter what you go through, never lose sight of who you are, Arissa. I still worry about you just catching a scrape on your knee. But here you are doing things that I've never even wanted to dream of. Because most of it sounds scary. But you're, you're your own woman. And I think there's times that eventually we will have to let you go. And you have to experience more of the things by yourself. But if there's one thing, if you ever had to take anything that I've ever taught you, because I know you didn't take after my cooking,
I can't
Ye-
really. I don't really cook. I have some of it.
never forget where you walk and where you walked from. It's okay to look behind you to see all the people who support you. It's okay to even see some of the bad ones that you had to face to overcome your journey. But what you're doing right now, trying to save everything, putting all of this weight on your shoulders, that is who you are. Don't ever forget it. You're still not old enough for me to really bend you over and start spanking you right here and now.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Well, I think I'm gonna. After feeling enough awkwardness now, because like you always make me feel so awkward. Like that makes you just feel like, okay, you're stupid, Dad, but I still love you. But you always make me feel so awkward.
uh, isn't that what parents are for?
I guess.
Just be glad nobody else is actually here to watch this. I'd make it as awkward as I can if I wasn't going to see you again for a
Oh,
while.
there's something watching. That's for sure. Apparently, it seems that I am a piece of a bigger thing. You know, the whole shit, the whole deal. It's like, hurts my head.
She just kind of gives you a hug and um, just kind of like saying her goodbyes as the time is wearing off. So
I mean, I have to, I'm choosing to make it well because like I have to go visit Catherine as well because otherwise she's gonna be, Katrina. Otherwise she's gonna be upset.
she's already upset anyway, so just prepare for that.
No, don't worry about it. That many people upset at me, so
Well, you know how your sister gets. She'll she'll keep
but I've
pouting
always
until
forgotten.
you like bring her a gift, make her something, do something for her.
Give her
Swear she's
nightmares.
so lazy sometimes. And
I mean, well, it's your fault, not mine.
Well, it was so much easier when you guys were kids.
Well, maybe it's time for her to grow up as well.
No,
Yeah,
she's
it's
already.
it's been a while.
It's like as the dream's kind of fading, she's like starting to mumble, and it's kind of like something
As
about
as as it's ending, I love you, mom, and then like,
something about boys. That's all you heard.
no, fuck. Anyway, as that first one ends, I'll just cast the second one on Katrina.
Okay. Uh.
Oh, I sure hope it's not a nasty dream. Or just like getting ready for it's like, oh no.
Hold on. Let me see.
It's a dream about boys. You're coming
Yeah.
right into it.
Yeah, I like, or as
You
as she
see
is, she's like, oh no.
Zoe's there.
Um.
Zoe's there riding on horseback with her shirt off.
If the sister has a crush on Zoe, and
Okay.
I think
So.
Arissa's just leaving right away, just like this
No.
is too much.
Okay. So as you get there, um, you're kind of like in the. It seems like you're uh, in the mixture, like right at the city's edge of Fupolis, but also hitting the farmlands that are around. Um, and since this is like her dream, you can see that these fields seems to like have grown a lot more than from the last time you saw. And you can see what appears to be two figures walking down the trail going further into the fields. Now it's on a trail, so they're not like just walking into the farmland itself. They're just on the trail walking together.
You know what? Because there was like a Snoopy vest that she wonders, like her curiosity gets the overhand, right? She turns herself into a little owl and just flies over to her there, walking.
Okay. You can see that your sister is like wearing a, almost like a really nice dress, and the guy, it's hard to place, but you feel like this person maybe you've seen before, probably one of the like, uh, you think it might be somebody that came from the Thieves Guild who remained to stay in Fupolis, but it's not anybody major that you know. So it's not like you see the Green Dragonborn just walking like.
Foray is just going out with Larissa's.
Like
He's-
yeah, like suddenly like next morning, or is this gone? Like where did she go?
Glory.
like he was just like, the greatest trick I'll ever play, and the last.
I'll ever play.
It's like
Saying
it's like the
Odin
great.
has been to Fopolis and has seen trees near Fopolis.
No, it's
We
like the
could do it.
the greatest the
Oh.
No, just
greatest.
teleport back after that.
No, it's like the greatest trick I've ever played, and the most priceless thing I've ever stole.
Then I was like, now you're dead.
But no, it's it's
It was I, Orlay, that stole her first kiss.
No. And he starts to lean like unnaturally further back with his hands kind of like outwards. For whatever reason, as he says like his words comes into the air and they just get big. No, okay. What is Jojo done to us? Um. Anyways, uh, it looks like it looks like
Some
it
random dude you've seen before.
it looks
Sure.
like just a human boy, um, who seems to be a little bit older than her. Not exactly sure of probably the age, but he still looks young. If she's like what in her early 20s, maybe mid to somewhere around mid to late 20s. Um, he looks decent enough. Maybe not for your taste, but decent enough. And they're just strolling, and as you kind of start to fly over, it's just him giving her like an obnoxious amount of compliments, more than you know that
Oh.
she deserves, and it's probably her dreaming that he's nonstop complimenting her.
Like
It's so nice.
Orisa, like I guess this is like probably like a bordering like wood fences, I guess, around, right?
Yeah, sure.
Like Orisa just sits as an owl on the edge and looks at her sister and go, and this like as the owl you hear like a little soft. Is that really necessary? And then the owl just stares at her.
Okay. Uh, she pays no attention to it. She seems to be uh fantasizing a lot uh about him and what he's saying about her.
Oh, I'll just make the guy trip and fall on his face.
She's like kind of like as he falls, she kind of like does one of these. She's like, "Ooh, uh, this is awkward. What? No, what's happening?" And as he kind of looks up to her, like he must have hit a rock or something. Like a part of his front tooth comes out. She's like, "No!"
I just make him I just make him roll around and just lie down like make him roll towards me the owl and then I just go sit on his head.
Like
Take a dump.
she is
I'll
like
just peck him in the, I'll peck him in the head.
Well,
Like,
owls don't poop.
No.
Choke out a pellet onto his face.
wow. Um
No, I won't do
Oh,
that, but I'll peck
that's
him in
cute.
the head.
he's
That's
just rolling around and then this random owl comes flying by and she's just like kind of like frozen, like she doesn't know what to do. This is her like her fighting response and it's to freeze because she doesn't like this is awkward and it's like I don't know what to do.
It's like, oh, this is like the owl looks up at her. Well, he was giving you compliments before. Why did you help him back now? He's having a rough time. Did you see that?
It's a talking owl, I'm going insane. And she like kind of starts taking off running.
Or she just like makes it so that she can't run anymore. Like she's like almost running into place, and then she's like turns into herself. Okay, games are up now. That was funny for a bit.
You hear this just loud but evil like scream at you, and then she like crosses her arms trying to sulk and like because she's stuck in place, she's trying to like turn so she doesn't have to face you,
I mean,
but she can't turn.
you can try. Cause she wanted to, but you can't. I am in control here.
Doesn't mean I have to talk to you.
No, that's technically true. I mean, if you don't want to. I mean, that boy seems nice. He looks a bit hurt now, I guess.
Make him lose all his hair.
So you really trying to train to be just like your puppy, right? It seems like it.
This is not funny, Orissa.
I mean, it is kind of is.
No, it's not. Fix it. Fix everything.
No.
And you just like that once again, just loud like, ah! Why do you have to be like this?
I mean, the why, that's probably a long story, but it's mostly because I think it's hilarious to some degree. I mean, he always seems so upset. Why are you upset? I mean, like, seems like a nice guy, but I guess you don't really need to have him to give you compliments like that. It's gonna get boring after a while.
She's like trying her best not to respond. She's just like looking away from you.
I mean, I could fix it, but I could give you an even better dream, but I mean, up to you, right?
Not responding.
I mean, you want to, right? I mean, it's like Chris just like takes off his shirt, fixes his face. I mean, that looks better, right?
You can see like she's trying her best not to look, and like a little bit of a blush on her comes up.
I mean, I think he still has a little bit too many clothes on. Takes off like his pants, but like still have like underwear on. I mean, that's better, right?
Oh my gosh! Why do you have to ruin everything?
No, do you want the clothes on? Okay, I'll put his clothes back on. Better?
I don't even.
Maybe she wanted him naked.
Oh, did you want it naked then? Do you want to go all the way? I mean, I have to kind of imagine how much is there, right? But
the uncontrollable seizure that she's having at this point. I clearly am not going to act that out, but she's just flustered as all can get out, and it looks like a squirming worm picked up by a bird.
I know. It's like, all right, like, it's fine. Like, I'll just make him sit on the chair and over there. It's like, yeah, he can sit over there. You can look at him if you want to. But I just came to say hello. I mean, we haven't talked in so long. And I always need to bully you and your brother. I mean, that's what I do. Like that's what I'm the older sister for, right? Someone has to do it.
Well, it's not like you're
Builds
around
character.
anymore.
Well, yeah, it's saving the world and shit, you know, ruining the world in the first place, then saving it.
Yeah, well, while you're off saving the world, and
Well, yeah, seems you're having a good time with that guy.
it's not like you're around.
Well, we all have to grow up, and maybe if I fix this shit, I can be around more, or maybe not. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot
Yeah,
of things going on in the world.
yeah, like you want to come back, and she kind of like looks at you, like giving you like this smarty comment, the gesture of it. Like, yeah, like you're gonna come back to this boring life after you're done doing her like magic fingers, like with your magicy fight against the evil.
Okay, I didn't want to do this, but all jokes aside, and all funny comments and making you feel awkward, what I'm doing right now is in no way fun or interesting or enjoyable. And she like sort of like plays the scene of them fighting against Lily and like essentially dying. It's like, I mean, this wasn't fun. And then she does the thing where like when they save Barnaby and how people are like dying and being healed back up and everything's sort of like being hit by lightning. I mean, like none of this is fun. I don't do this because it's fun. I do it because I have to. And then do it for you and mom and dad and our brother, whatever the fuck he's doing now. And like so that you can have this. And she points to the, then she makes it appear back to the guy. Like I do it so you can have this, and you don't have to worry about all of that. And then she
She
plays like
she
undead, all the undeads flooding the street.
she like interrupts you as she kind of like screams this out as she's like, it's not about him. I don't
Well,
have you anymore. Both
Well,
you and Henry were here all the time with me. And now I'm by myself. I don't have anybody to play around with or to talk to about anything. You left to even go to that stupid college after your magic started coming out, leaving already us two behind. And with him wanting to be just like Dad, starting to get sent off to other places. What about the times that we all played in the streets? I miss those times that we were little. Because that's when I actually had you the most.
time is cruel.
Yeah.
So is fate.
And she kind of turns back around again, like kind of looking away from me, but you can see she's like wiping a lot of the tears from her.
Yeah, I have released the hold. She can do whatever she wants. No, it's not fun for anyone. I mean, the things I've seen, the things I've done. I regret a lot of it. I mean, I wish I could have, should have probably stayed at home, but you know, I guess you get caught up into the possibilities and you do things you maybe shouldn't, but you do them because you can. But it seems that when it comes to me in particular, my path was set from the start.
It's
So I think we should cherish the times that we had, because at least we got some of it. Like other people have gotten nothing, so at least we got something. And if we manage to save the world, I guess is a big word. Maybe we can build something new as adults. I mean, we won't be playing around like children in the street anymore, but maybe we can do something else.
I miss you. You were everything to me until you were gone. And then brother was gone. Then it was just me. Mom and dad constantly worry about you two more than they even worry about the stuff I'm doing. Like, she even points to the guy, like, I don't even like him and they don't even notice him. Like, I don't even know what I have to do to get their attention. And they're all worried about you or him. I mean, hell, we haven't even seen him for longer than we've seen you. I don't even know if he's still alive.
He is.
And yet, they're worried about him. They don't care what I'm doing anymore. I just have responsibility this, responsibility that. Like,
Have you
nobody.
ever have you
It's
ever talked to them about it seriously instead of just throwing a tantrum?
like they care.
I mean, they do.
They're now worried about their stupid plot of farm bullshit, and if I could set it on fire, I would.
I mean, you could, but I don't think that's very beneficial. I think it's like they're worried about the things they don't have. It's like you don't know what you miss until you don't have it anymore. And I think if you would, for some reason, disappear from their lives, they would feel the exact same worry. And I think they feel comfort in knowing that you're still there. I know Mother does at least. I mean, when I looked into her dream, you want to know what she dreamed about?
Honestly, I really don't know if I want to know what she dreams about.
It's like she shows it, like her walking together with her mother. I mean, she dreams about you and her walking around in town, having. And she like looks at it like having a normal life. I mean, a life you don't have anymore. She doesn't dream about me or your brother. She dreams about you. So
Kind of wiping more of the tears off her face. I don't know, just
they do care. It's just that they worry about those they don't have close.
well, it doesn't feel like it. She kind of just sits down, part of her back against like one of the posts, but she's kind of crunched over a little bit, hugging her knees, and it's just things just so strange now, and I just
Tell me
don't
about
even
it.
know anymore.
Makes two of us. Even though I have a, as you would call it, a goal ahead of me, what if we manage to do it, what comes after it is unknown to me. I have this extremely powerful and temperamental queen of Feywild who wants to keep me desperately in the Feywild, and she like shows the picture of like the image of her. She's one mean piece of work, and I think she wants me to desperately stay in the Feywild, but I am not in for that.
She looks like mother when she gets mad at dad, except with blonde hair.
Yeah, she can turn into a massive flying fiery phoenix. Anyway, I mean, shit sucks right now. Trying to fix it in some way in the hopes that we can have some form of normal life and our parents can stop worrying about me. And your brother, and maybe just tell that fucking idiot to fucking come down at some point. I know where he is.
um, just
Seems to be doing fine so far. I mean, he seemed to have found his sense of purpose, I guess.
well, guess it makes the two of you.
I mean, I only have a temporary purpose, and after that, I don't know what I'm doing, so.
Just come back so I'm not by myself anymore, please.
I mean, if the coast is clear, I guess you can maybe come take a trip to the Feywild, right?
Sounds fun.
Or is it like shows the capital? I mean, it's kind of fucking fun, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty cool. And I'm important there, right?
And you guys pretty
Apparently.
much spend like the rest of this dream cycle of kind of like you showing her around this giant city and like the different type of creatures and people that you've met, and it's like one of those at a moment she kind of looks like the little kid that she was when you first was able to do like, you know, cantrips and stuff like that. And she was just so excited that, you know, her older sister was like a magician. And, you know, every now and then, like, you would see that type of uh, uh, aspiration about her that that's how she looked up to you, like.
As we like the spell's coming to its end, I'm just gonna say that, well, if everything goes well, maybe we can make some new memories, right? Together?
Hopefully.
Just know that whatever I'm doing it for you and mom and dad, and I guess our brother too, the bastard. But I will never forget you, and I will do my best to make you so that you can see this place one day yourself.
Is that a promise?
Yes, as long as I don't die, that's a promise.
Well, then I guess you can't die if you promised it to me. Duh.
Yeah, I already promised the queen to not die. So I mean, it's two people I promised not to die now. So
Well, I don't care about her.
no, I know,
She
but
appears to be doing just fine. What about me?
yeah, fuck.
Hello.
Okay, I guess I'll move you to number one then. Fine.
Uh,
She can be second fiddle.
that's what I fucking thought.
No, exactly. Well, if you don't like the guy, fuck the guy anyway.
Well, yeah. I really don't. I thought it would, if I was dating some boy, they would start looking at me a little bit more, and he's too
Probably not.
he's too stupid for my taste.
See my fair share of stupid people.
Seems like a lot of them.
Oh yeah. Tell me about it.
But
Anyway, I'll come back when I can. But
Intelligence 10.
I'll first try.
Yeah.
I'll first try to survive this crazy mad people attempt at invading another realm.
Okay. Good luck.
Charisma 8.
And
No,
Oh.
she doesn't
I'm
like
not actually sure what it is.
she doesn't like really
8.
uh hug you or anything, but it's just kind of like that, you know, standing next to each other, and as you're um
As the spell's fizzling, I give her a big hug and I say "Yeah," and then I let the spell fizzle out, just to make it even more awkward for her.
just
What'd you
that
say?
I said I love you. As
love
Arista
you.
hugs her, I love you, and then she like lets the spell end as she's being hugged.
she does, you know, the typical type of grown that she is, but uh there's like a smile on her face as it fades.
And then it's just there, and this goes like, and then she just looks at, and like she thinks about all the things they have to do the next day and the upcoming period after that, and she's like, fuck my life, and then crawls into bed again.
Well, good morning to you too. No.
So, uh if there was nothing else, as everybody has gone to sleep, you all will wake up on the 41st. Um, both Sel and Anne are kind of both Sel and Orina are up early. Kind of like right before the sun's kind of coming up. And you can hear like a knock at your door, Podan. Um, Bo, are you awake?
I wasn't yet, but I am now.
No, we was going to try to go ahead and head out while it's still relatively dark, so we can try to maybe be a little bit more sneakier.
That
But
would make sense. I thought we were going invisible.
I mean, we are. It's.
Should we go wake up Orissa for the lengthened spell?
No. Cell said he can handle it. This is him just trying
Okay,
to add extra. It's just the way he is.
okay. I wasn't sure if it would only last an hour that way or
He said it's
all right.
fine.
This is how Clay loses his third character.
I'm working on it. Give me a second.
I'm tempted to roll an insight check, but
I had to say it.
Like, is
I don't
Poden
know.
that distrusting though?
Yeah, but I don't think Clay, am tempted. I don't think Podan would really insight check this. He has no
Ooh.
reason to.
Mm.
Clay, am like, why did they? Okay, why do they not want to wake up Orissa?
They're part of the evil plot.
This is
Who
how we
knows
can
if
finally get rid of these
I mean,
ungrateful.
they had
illusion.
they had like so many chances to fucking kill us when we all out of spells, but didn't. So
They knew that you guys been doing this so much. It's like, hey, this would be an easy fight. So, anyways, I assume you get up, right?
Yeah. Who did you said? Anne, Arena, and who were here?
Cell.
Sal. Dun, dun.
Don't start that. So they're all kind of like.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to prepare transport via plants today. I made Sunbeam instead. No, I'm kidding. I just wanted to see you all's reactions.
Cell was just like the second you started mentioning you didn't. Cell was just instantly like angry towards you. Arena and Anne were just kind of like looking at Cell, who's angry, and he's
They
just.
probably have higher wisdoms. High enough to tell it was a horrible joke.
I swear,
I got my
if
grandpa's sense of humor, I've been told.
if you try to get us killed, I will leave your ass there.
Why would I try to get anyone? I thought it was just me and Arena going. Are the four of us?
Yes,
Oh, that makes more sense than what I thought.
yes, all four of us are going. Anne is going to be the one who mostly focuses on our invisibility, as the us three can handle anything else. So,
All right.
we ready?
Can I use the bathroom real quick? I mean, you guys literally just woke me up. I haven't gotten
Oh
the chance
my
to get ready yet.
gosh! Like he's like already like this is like the worst idea plan group ever, and Anne is kind of like just shaking her head, and Arena's just like,
I don't think
yes.
you'll be dissatisfied with my performance once we get on the road, but I really need to just use the bathroom. I guess I could wait until I'm an eagle and then use it, because I guess that would be
No,
okay as
it's
well.
okay. You can go ahead. And Anne speaks up. He's just like this, hon. You will have to get used to him.
Hi. I was 3 when I was taken into a dungeon where I lived out the next 100 years of my life. Well, it
Both
was like 110 years.
both Anne and So like stare at you. No, Anne and
As I
Arena
say that, my eyes do grow black again.
or Anne and Arena kind of like look at you with like worriness, and so it's just like, oh, for fuck's sake. Do we really have like he's contemplating hard about even doing all of this.
Don't
Like
worry, I'm sure everything will go fine once we get on the way. I just need to use the bathroom, like I said.
as you like start to walk away to go, like you even hear him like, I heard there's some new land on fucking Mila I can go take. That's where I'll live from now on. I won't have to be here at all. And
you hear like Smith says, yeah, you're welcome for that, bitch.
and it's just like, Sel, you got to quit, as you just hear it in the background. And as you come back, uh Sel looks like he's just his arms crossed by himself, and both Anne and Orano are just talking to each other. Looks like more catching up and so on and so forth. And it's like, yes, he's
Yeah,
always
you were dead for a year.
he's like
Gosh,
he hasn't changed. He is still stubborn as he was. I guess that's just his trait about him. Believe me, if it was something I could knock out, I would do it in a heartbeat. I hear that, and I'm saying it so you can. Um.
When
Oh.
Podan comes back, he actually looks more dirty than he was before. Like he purposefully grew more mold on himself.
Arena, who doesn't seem bothered by it, she's just like, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm good now. Let me just. Are we heading off from right here?
Um, yeah, Cell, we're ready.
Well,
Well,
wait just 1 second, and I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
well, the
Like
idea
right
was
now.
he will transform,
He.
unless you want to.
I mean, I'll just use a wild shape. It'd be
Okay,
easier. I can keep concentration on my own spell.
okay,
We
that's
can
fine.
have Pass Without a Trace and Invisibility. I thought you were supposed to be smart. Aren't you a wizard like Orisa?
If I take
Focus,
just
focus, focus.
one step off, I can hit every rock on the way to the bottom, as much as possible. I won't even have to try. It just would happen.
I could
And
add some more rocks on your
and
way down if you'd like.
and just kind of comes up behind him and just slaps him in the back of the head. Oh, quit it, you sourpuss! Come on! Like takes him by the hand and starts dragging him back. Just, go ahead, sweetie. You can go ahead and we'll hop on.
All right. After Pass Without a Trace, I'll just. And my arms will like break and shift into wings as my body starts morphing into a bird and mold grows out and turns into feathers
It's
um.
morphin' time.
in the
Uh.
most horrible, visceral way.
Okay.
When I polymorph, it's just
Oh,
poof, like a normal polymorph, but when I wild shape, it's
6 seconds of madness.
Uh.
yeah,
e-
yeah.
everybody hops. Everybody hops on in, so it's just like, oh, I can just kill us all right now. I can do it. I can hit the ground with this, and like we all quit it.
Like, Ursa there just standing on the corner looking at this, and Ursa just whispers to Tay, look at that Cell, what a fucking bitch he is.
I'm glad you're not like him.
No, he's just a little sourpuss.
With my keen eyes and ears as an eagle, I'll just like look over in their direction.
Ah,
I'll just do like a little wave, like.
hey,
So you guys
this
head
coffee's
off
real good, by the way.
and head off in that direction. So,
It's cold.
as you guys uh start to get closer to it, um, and like you can kind of hear Cell as he's like, "Okay, Anne, this is probably about the time we need to go ahead and do it. All right, oh, you ready?" Um, and she will cast invisibility at 4th level.
4th level.
So,
Well,
so
well,
that will
He-Man, I just
that will get all of you guys. And as you're in control of how close of in a sense of what tree you want. Do you want to find a tree that's closest to the water or the one that's relatively close to the building?
My understanding was we were going for the building.
Okay.
That was my understanding,
It
unless
is
people just gave me the wrong idea from their conversation.
no,
But
no, no. I was just I'm asking. Uh,
we wanted
so
to get as close as we could.
it has that real early uh fog to the land. Go ahead and roll a perception check. Um, and let me.
Perception check. Do I have advantage as an eagle? I don't remember how eagles work.
Oh,
yeah,
You
you
do.
guys do.
You do.
Uh, what is their modifier?
wisdom.
Do you get that, or do you get that? Do you get yours from Wild Shape?
I don't have
The
their. I don't have access to a wild eagle character sheet
No,
on Nano.
I think while you're wild shape, they have your stats.
Here's Giant Owl. They have my mental stats. Oh yeah, they have my mental stats. So would it be my perception?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
While it's your wild shape, yes.
Man, I forgot about all this wild shape. So advantage with my perception.
Yep.
Eyes of an eagle. 20.
Eyes of an
Nice.
eagle.
Wasn't the best roll ever, but it wasn't bad.
Okay. How high are you above the ground?
We're invisible, so
I know, but like, just
probably not super high.
I'm not saying like you guys are making like a shiz ton of noise, which I'll have, you know, I'm gonna have you roll a stealth check. Go ahead and just roll a stealth check, which is since they're all on you, it's just you. And
Okay.
With
with your
advantage, with pass out of trace.
how long does pass out of trace last?
1 hour.
Okay, you're pushing the end of it for sure.
29.
Okay. Um.
I have a
So
+1 in stealth, guys.
so again, are you like trying to get somewhat low so you can at least uh see kind of where
I'm
you're going, or are you gonna try to stay up a little
having
bit
an
more?
understanding that certain animals and creatures have like blind sight and stuff like that. I'm probably trying to fly high enough that something that did have some sort of sense like that wouldn't be able to pick us up, but still staying relatively close to the ground because I know they mentioned there were flying monsters here too.
Okay. Uh, as you are, you know, flying through and stuff like that, and of course, you guys are invisible. You have the pass without a trace while it is ending pretty
And
much
when it
relative.
ends, it's a 19, so
Yeah, so it is like, you know, the next few minutes it's going to end. Um, uh, yeah, invisible, pass without a trace. As you're kind of just even flying, like this is a part of like how thick it is as well of the fog, is that as you kind of like hovering through, and you know, again, you're not getting close to the ground, but you're trying to still be able to see where you're going. Like you passed two what appeared to be birds but are like a little bit more bigger than human size, like about your size, but they didn't seem to notice you but as they were flying in the opposite direction, and it's just like, oh, oh, like, oh crap. um but you kind of start to fly through, and you see uh little bits of what appears to be a building. That's, it's not for you, it's not like it's the tip of the building, but it's more like a side of it a little bit that the fog kind of slightly uncovered for you.
mhm.
um but so you're able to see like, okay, that must be this building that they're talking about because it's above the tree line at least.
I guess I'll continue to try to fly closer to it if no one's like trying to tug me away on my back.
Okay, I mean they are like, you can feel that they're trying to be as like hugging your body as close as possible and like really holding on, trying to make sure that whatever like maneuvers, if you ever had to quickly take something, that they're not going to fall off, or something, you know, might ruin what the whole purpose of this is.
Yeah.
So, okay, as you get closer to it, you can see a little bit more of it. Um, it's like a one way, like, what are you looking for? But in the same way, like, I know what you're looking for, and I just got to describe it, so it feels awkward trying to describe something. um, as you like start to get pretty much closer to it, uh, you don't really see that well as the entrance to this thing, so you're not sure where. But if you were to kind of like, let's say, circle this a little bit, you will get the feeling like this feels to be like a pyramid of sorts. Um, so going off of the map, as the building sits, do you try to look on the side of the north, south, east, or west?
If I've started to circle around it enough to get an idea of which side the entrance is on, I'll probably aim for the opposite side from the entrance.
It is. Go ahead and make just one regular perception check to see, because this is
Okay, I
now.
thought it would be intelligence for a second. I was getting real worried.
Now this will be you trying to peer through the canopies and the fog and trying to see if you can
Okay.
spot the entrance to the building.
With eagle advantage, it's a 26. Without eagle advantage, it's 15. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I still don't know how
Uh,
eagles work.
yeah. That's fine. Either would have done it. You see, there seems to be an entrance on the south side of the building. Uh, it was kind of hard to tell, but it looked like, and it kind of blended in with it a little bit, but it looks like a decent sized staircase going up into it.
Actually, are there creatures around the entrance that I can see?
Um, at that current moment, no.
Mm. Are there trees relatively close to the entrance?
I mean, towards the bottom of the stairway,
I'd
but
like to start heading towards those trees if I don't feel anyone on my back tugging on me.
you do
The ones
hear,
that are.
like, and then it's weird. It's like he's trying to whisper, but at the same time trying to speak up so you can hear. And he's like, "Are you sure this is where you want to go?"
If an eagle can shrug, he kind of feels the eagle shrug a bit under him.
Yeah, fuck. Okay, so
I look over to Arena, who's the only person who I think could have a chance of understanding. Well, she's invisible as well. I'll just kind of like try to look in her direction, realize she's invisible, and then just continue flying down.
um, as you start to uh kind of break a little bit of the foliage and going down, uh, yes, yes, you do see a couple of demons,
Okay,
or
I'll
what
swoop back
appears to
up.
be demon. You see a bunch of creatures, kind of like going in multitude of directions. Not like they're in a sense of hurry, but just they're just everywhere.
I'll swoop back up and try to get around to the back side of the building then.
Okay, fantastic. Um, you quickly try to arc back up and try to circle around, going to the back of the building, which pass without trace has failed, or not failed, but has stopped at this point.
Stopped. So it's just a 19 then on the stealth, unless you want me to re-roll.
Um, we'll do that here in a moment. As you go and try to dive around the north end of the building, looking, uh, you see at the moment there does appear to be like a moment of like not really any creatures around. You don't know for how long, but at this there's like a decent, space of not really anything around, like in a somewhere close to between like a 30 to 60 foot radius is where you see like demons, but there's just this circle, this little spot that just seems to be open at the moment.
Okay. If there's a tree in that area that doesn't seem to have anyone there, I'd like to land there.
Yeah, the pretty much this building is surrounded by the trees. So you go down and start to land, and as everybody slowly kind of slides off, and you do you go
I
ahead
have
and
a
unshake?
question. Yeah, it's not a spell, so when I release that as a free action, does it re get rid of the invisibility since it's not a spell or attack?
No, for
Or would
I
I just
mean,
still be invisible?
you're not the one who's. First off, you're not the one who's concentrating on it
Yeah,
anyway.
but if I make an attack, it would still be
But
dropped
you're
even
not
if I'm
attacking
not
anything, are you?
concentrating. Yeah.
So then
Or
you're
I cast a
You can
spell.
interact with objects and everything whilst it's
Okay.
still
So
invisible.
yeah,
So
then it just
yeah. It's you're not purposely like trying
they just
to.
hear the sounds. I land, and before they even start getting off, they start feeling like the bones and stuff beneath them starting to like crack back into the place of a furbolg.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
pretty much all but Orana kind of like doesn't say anything.
Uh,
But
I'll
right now,
whisper.
you all of you are like huddled around like these. There's about like 3 to 4 trees, in this little area that you can kind of socialize with, um, before reaching the the uh the perimeter that I told you, where it seems like these other creatures are kind of roaming around.
I'll whisper. Before we go, should I try locating object on any sort of? Is there anything that we would know might exist in a room that has a portal?
I honestly would have no idea. I, to be fair, we haven't ever been to the Shadowfell, so this would be a learning experience for all of us.
Okay. I can't think of anything that I would know of. Should I just do the tree thing?
Yes, do the tree. Like you don't really hear, like not hear, but you don't really obviously see him, but you just hear it like it sounds like it is this a little bit more closer than what it should be to you, as he's like trying to get you to like do it. Hurry.
Before I walk up to the tree, just because I'm a little crazy right now, I would just like to attempt to cast polymorph on it. Because if it's a regular tree, nothing should happen. But if it was like a creature disguised as a tree, um, I did prepare polymorph.
Roll me a d6.
Oh my
One.
god!
What do you polymorph it to?
A chicken.
Okay. As you go to polymorph it like hoping nothing happens, and like you just hear like this magic kind of quickly morph into something small, as a chicken is just there and it's just,
As soon as that happens, I bonus action turn invisible and turn to the next tree and attempt it again.
like okay. uh this one, as you go to, is fine, nothing happens to it. um but now I would need everybody to roll stealth checks, because of the fact that now there's a chicken just blurting out.
I turned back invisible.
Hi.
Um,
So everybody at least will have advantage because you're invisible.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
17. Kinda needed that invisibility. I should have gone for a snail,
Okay.
but chickens are just,
Alright.
they're so much better.
Please do not let me down, good sir.
It's Cell. Cell just trips on the chicken.
So,
Oh,
oh my
shiz.
gosh.
Okay. Uh, a 19, a 21 with Cell, a natural 20 with a 21. He is like, you forgot, he's even fucking there.
Okay, and then I turn to the next tree and try it again. This time realizing a chicken is really loud, I turned it into not a frog. Frogs are noisy. Um a beetle.
Nothing happens.
Okay, nothing happens. I will approach the tree and cast transport via plants.
Okay. Uh, is that an action,
But
right?
I'm currently visible as I cast this action, yes. Because I don't have the bonus action thing again.
Okay. As you like you quickly go to cast this, and not really telling everybody like what's happening.
Well, I would have definitely been like, well, they know that I'm trying to do it, so I don't know. But
Well, I
I
When
mean,
he's
didn't
like,
say
visible,
anything.
they will see him cast.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
they
yeah,
can see me.
it's just more of like they're waiting. They don't know where obviously anybody's at, right?
They're standing close to me though,
And
because I'm currently visible.
the first thing they see is a tree turn into a chicken. who's
Well,
just
they see
now.
Podan turn visible as a tree turns into a chicken. Then they see Podan go invisible as a chicken runs off into the woods. And then they see Podan become visible again as he's just making a bunch of words at a tree that doesn't do anything. And then
Okay, and again, was that an action for the transport via plant?
yes.
Okay, so uh, as you kind of come invisible and like you try to cast polymorph, nothing happens. You're like, great, and you start to go at it again. Annie will quickly break invisibility and just recast it anyway because they're used to being this overcautious.
Mm-hmm.
And as you were sitting here casting all of this, um, the portal opens up within the tree. That bark breaking sound as it widens enough. As it opens, everybody does start to run through. And pretty much at the
I
you
should
don't
have brought the chicken with us.
you don't
Dang.
you don't know if actually out of roll me a d4.
Oh, they're all getting left behind here.
All right.
Only Podan comes back.
Uh, because everybody's invisible. So like nobody can see
Couple
who's
people
running.
bump into each
Yeah,
other.
nobody can see. So
Well, no, because they recast invisibility. I was gonna say I'm visible, but
it was the second that yours broke that she cast it back, trying to keep you safe because there was a chicken on the loose, and you
I
guys can like
technically went a whole 6 seconds there visible between
you
the
guys can
polymorph
like
and the.
hear a bunch of the sounds of something coming because of the noises.
A
I feel
chicken being
kind of
red.
bad for that demon tree because he's about to
That
get
fucking.
attacked by his friends.
So this would be Anne. Okay. This will
Oh.
be Orena.
I wanted to pick something
Okay.
stupid, and I thought chickens were stupider
And
than a lot of
this
other things.
is Cell.
So.
Why do
Oh my
okay.
god.
Um so
I didn't realize I did something smart.
um as you cast this and you kind of like look back expecting to see people going, but then you're like, right, you know, everybody's invisible. So you kind of turn to start
Can
to
I just
go.
cast fairy fire as we're running? No, I'm kidding.
As you start to go, you see something being cast behind you, which you see just this instant giant like creature. Looks like it's kind of like going crazy in a second, and then you just slam into something falling backwards as you hear both Anne and Sale both. Ow! Watch where you going! Are you watch
They're
where
so
you going?
smart, and I just try to start pushing them as I can push up to 1,000 pounds, and just.
Hearing the voices, you quickly just grab what you think is them, um, and just kind of like chuck them through the thing, and you quickly going through. Uh, it's almost like the back of your foot as it's like leaving almost gets enclosed of how much time was just being
Oh, I
wasted.
lost some of my mold.
But
Ah!
as um, as you guys come out from the tree that you have placed at the fort, um, you could just hear the thud sound of both Anne and Zelda just hitting the floor as you
Where's
kind of chuck
Arena?
them.
I start looking immediately.
Uh, I'm here.
Okay,
I
good.
think I was the first one through.
Yeah, I can feel these two as I still have a hold of them. I just can't see anyone else.
Yeah, and seeing where you guys are at, which it's now like uh the sun itself is coming up, um, and breaks the spell, and both Cell and you see, or like you have like their shirts just in your hands, as they both seem to be like slightly still bickering back and forth, and you see about like a couple of feet ahead is Arena, who's like, if somebody read the plans, she was the one who did it. It's like, You don't run through a portal and like stay right in front of, like, you kind of keep running through a little bit and then like move around or something.
I just look at Cell and go, if I died, you know Arissa probably would have killed you.
I think she'd be better off.
Yeah, probably. But she'd still probably be really mad at you.
I'm sure she's.
I'm kind of a vital asset at this point. You kind of need me to get back there quickly.
I mean, we could still fly. Oh, quit it, you ass! Ah, thank you, Poe. That was close. I'm sorry for running into you. Couldn't really tell on who was running.
I mean, you just go straight. It was a simple objective.
Well, I'm sorry. Don't apologize. We all ran at the same time.
I need to have a conversation with the rest. I misunderstood what wizards were.
But you kind of letting them go. They dusted themselves off and kind of continued walking, bickering, and Arena kind of steps up,
I
and
just grab a watermelon from the field before we start walking back.
and she's just like, don't mind them. Zell's a bit of a uh overcautious guy, and it leads to his anger problem, and she doesn't cut him any slack for it. And it's funny that they're together. And she like tries to awkwardly laugh. But no, thank you. That was good back there. You did great.
Thank you. I was not really expecting the tree to actually become a chicken.
Uh
I kind of
I
I
I what you polymorphed it?
Yeah, it wasn't a tree, whatever it was.
Oh, I
I
don't
was
like.
gonna try to do detect good and evil, but then I realized I don't have that spell, and then I looked at fair. I thought about using fairy fire, but then I was like, then that would reveal where we are. But then I thought about how I could just maybe try polymorphing whichever tree I wanted to go through. And we had 3 trees, so
Well,
and then at least one of them had to be a tree, right? I mean, at
mm,
least one of them was a tree, and one
that
of them wasn't.
I have a feeling I'm not going to like tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll probably come back out and there'll probably be more of those demon trees in that area.
Mm, Great. And kind of starts walking away, kind of like rubbing the side of her arm.
And we'll only be able to take a one-way trip there and can't come back. Not unless we
That's
sleep there.
that's reassuring. So, uh,
I grab a second watermelon.
uh,
One more.
with that mission successful, anything anybody doing today?
Well, we just
Um,
saw. Well, we saw
Okay.
Subby an idiot this morning, so I don't know what me and Arissa are doing.
I cut a watermelon up for breakfast, and then for lunch I go back down there and get some squash, and I try and make some nice like spaghetti squash. And
Oh, you sound like my stepfather. He loves that.
yeah. And,
let me just look at something.
And
Oh, this is gonna be a fucking joke. I'm gonna make a glyph of warding that I will use a 6th level spell slot to inscribe disintegrate into it.
Okay.
So I will have a essentially what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be I'm just gonna describe like I will just find a stone. And I will cut it into like a little tablet, like easy enough for me to throw, and then I will and then I will inscribe disintegrate into it
Okay.
using my 6th level spell slot for today.
Okay.
I just write down that I have it. I mean, if we're gonna go in, right? I just realized I can. I looked at my spells and I realized I have fucking Glyph of Warding. So I was like, hell yeah. I used that to make the spell bomb. Remember? Could have had like 2 of those if I had known about it earlier. It is what it is.
Okay.
I think as they're gone, or so the guy goes to Tay, and I will. It's like, you remember that I had like Barnaby, right?
Yeah.
Like I can make something similar. What should I make?
Well, what kind of what's your favorite kind of animal? Like,
No anymore. I mean, what would be useful? I mean, it's gonna be
uh,
a bat, a cat, a crab, a frog, a hawk, a lizard, owl,
maybe a,
octopus,
how
fish.
about a hawk?
Uh,
I mean, a fish would be kind of hard. I mean, would be
yeah, a
on
rat,
land, and then
a raven.
ooh, a raven sounds pretty cool. You know, you could be like Arissa, the lucky raven, or
I mean, I guess should I just do another owl again? I mean,
or
it would need a new name.
hmm, well, we can call it.
Barney.
Eh,
You're not here. I'm asking Tay.
why don't
That wasn't Podan. That was Clay.
Oh,
that was
I
close.
was trying to think of what was closest to Barnaby.
We can call it like we can name it after one of our friends, I guess. Like Brynjolf the Owl.
my knife. I mean, that would be a fucking cruel joke to play on him. Hell yeah. Like, or is it like? I don't even remember. I just call it Bryn because I can't remember how to spell his full name. Like, he always wrote it so weirdly, and he always like scrawled like little shorthand on notes, so I never knew. Always like B or something.
Brynnoff.
Brynolf. It's niet called Brynjolf.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just call it Bryn, whatever. Little owl.
Yeah. Bryn the Owl.
Sure. I was like
That
in
made
front
it,
of it's like, hey, watch this. Watch me pull a spirit from the Feywild.
okay.
And I'll just sit there for
Ooh.
like an hour, like pulling like a spirit. So I guess sort of like they sort of will arrive at the moment I'm done creating the owl, I guess.
Okay.
They're like, hey
Okay.
guys, not now. I'm watching her make an owl.
Yeah, they like we're sitting like next to her. They roll out of the tree, and I'm just like pulling an owl out of the Feywild.
Okay.
That's probably what slowed Sal down. He's like, what is she doing?
Nah, he cares less.
No.
We just come out and you just hear us in the distance arguing about the them not going through.
Oh, like little owl flies like around Arissa now and looks at you, Podan. Oh, so how did it go?
Dell and Ann almost got me killed.
What?
How?
How?
He just kind of stopped in the middle of the tree.
Look
Why
at
would you
Sel. Why
stop?
would you stop?
I did not stop. We all obviously tried to go at the same time. It's kind of hard to
Sounds like
see when 3 people are invisible at the same time.
Here,
sounds
have
like
some
you're making an
watermelon.
excuse.
And I just toss a whole watermelon between Tay and Arissa, expecting one of them to catch it without saying anything.
I just.
Fine.
Are you gonna try and catch it?
I'll catch it. Hit her
Okay.
with dexterity.
No. Yeah, sure, why not?
See how hard you get hit in the face? Oh,
Oh
no!
my god.
One-handed catch. Just-
Tay's hungry, guys.
Holmes the watermelon.
it's like.
You know what?
Wow.
Oh wait, hold on. Tay, make an intelligence check for me.
Oh no!
I
Is it gonna
got
be
you.
how hard she catches it?
No.
No.
19.
Tay,
Wow!
Tay does not spike the watermelon.
That's so
What the hell is
fucking
this?
gross. You eat it. You can like cut it in half and then you like eat what's inside.
I'd cut it
Oh.
into at least quarters, if not eighths.
Oh, I just cut it in half
Here.
and then like ate of it like a soup bowl.
Oh, that makes sense too. But we don't have spoons, do we? And I only brought 2 of them from the field.
We have spoons, like, or is it like grabs into a little purse, like takes out spoons? Of course I have spoons.
Oh, I
What do you
have
think
this
I am?
little like mess kit spork, but I don't really have a
I mean,
spoon.
spork's pretty good too.
It is.
It's actually
So we
good
kind of.
probably for this.
I'm gonna walk away while they're arguing about math.
Math about cutlery.
Spork.
So, did you
Well,
find anything interesting there? I guess I assume it works in your bag.
Let's just say there's one more chicken there than there used to be. At least for the next hour or until it's killed.
Why is there chicken?
You obviously you would feel. I would assume you would feel like if the magic
My
fades from it,
concentration broke, yeah.
like
Probably instantly.
it wasn't like a couple of seconds after you like the portal closed behind the tree, like you felt it broke.
Oh, there it goes. Poor chicken.
What did you turn into a chicken?
A tree.
What are you telling me the trees are?
Some of them, apparently.
Fuck.
Others either resisted it or weren't chickens. But yeah,
So
there's
give me
tree
the.
chickens on the island. Or
Uh,
chicken trees?
yeah, chicken trees. No, it's trees that you turn into chickens because you cast a spell on them.
Yeah. Which means they aren't trees.
Well, at least we have a way in into the island without having to fight through a bunch of them. And I mean, now is the more the questions like, how do we keep ourselves safe when we get there?
Oh, when we come out, we'll be right on the back side of the. It's a pyramid. And the
The pyramid.
entrance is. There were a lot of creatures at the bottom of the entrance.
Uh, Let me have a look. I'm looking at. I mean, I could create a ramp to get us up until the building, but it will cost me a 5th level spell. If you
I
want to.
was thinking of if we flew onto it somehow, then I could maybe make like a section of it turn into just mud, but I don't know how thick the pyramid is, or if we have a way to distinguish that.
No idea.
I
I
could
mean, the
also
bed.
just
Hmm?
summon some form of elemental maybe and have them scout it out, or mold into earth and scout it out myself. Don't know how dangerous that might be, but
So that's provided we like. So we're gonna go through the tree stride or transport via plants into the place.
if
It's more
you
like how
guys
do we
can
keep
stay
it?
safe for however long it might take me to go through the ground until I reach a wall and then come back, I could try scouting it out with mold into stone, mold into earth, however the name of the spell is.
I mean, I could technically. I mean, I could wall of force a dome around us so that you get time. Then we need to be really quick.
But what if there are demons that go underground?
Uh,
You could also just try flying over to the entrance and going straight in without ever touching the ground.
Marissa gets a smile on her face, and I actually hold her little tablet in her, like little slate in her hand. Wait a minute.
The eyeball thingy, where you send an
No,
eyeball through a wall.
no. Like she looks, she puts that one away. Like not this one. This one is nasty. And then she like, uh, I could cast. I could make another one of these, and I could cast magic circle on it, and I could make it so that demons cannot or fiends cannot enter the circle, and I can throw it down as we get out there.
Another one of what?
Like you saw that little thing that I had here. It's like
Yeah.
inscribed with a spell, and when I
Can I touch it?
throw when I throw it at something, it activates the effect, and I can just throw the other one, the one that I'm thinking of making, magic circle at one of us, and then demons can't enter that area,
Could
so that
they
at least we're
still
safe.
throw stuff through? Like if they went and got some sticks or something?
Uh, They have disadvantage on all attacks against us.
What if you did like another glyph with your hut as well on top of the magic circle? Or just do the hut. Can they get through that? Or
They
they
can't.
could come
Level
up
under
from
it?
the ground if they can dig.
I mean, the spells don't really talk about going to the ground. And she's like opens a book and looks at it. I mean, I guess we could try the dome. I mean, that would be probably a safer bet since they can't attack us at all through it. Like the magic circle, they just can't
They
enter.
could make it like the same color as the. How steep were the walls of the pyramid? Like gentle enough that you could sit on the side of it?
No, it's
No.
judging by the size that you had to go through. This is a very big pyramid. Um, and so it is smooth on the side that from even the height that you saw, like it's smooth. So like, you know, if you were, let's say, good at climbing, you might be able to like slowly spiral climb, but at the same time, like to just try to even get on it is going to be extremely difficult.
Okay, so probably make the dome at the base, and then I could try doing the meld into stone and.
I mean, actually, actually, I need to like Ezra is just like sitting there, like sitting with a book out on the ground. I'm trying to figure out if I could make us.
What, some sort of temporary housing there that we could just go inside of and would have an invisible door? Seems like a pretty useful thing.
Okay, I don't have to actually throw it. I can just use it and it's triggered on something. Okay, I could make like 3-dimension doors.
But we'd still have to know how far in.
Yeah, well, we can at least get ourselves to the top of like we can have six people. Plus, I can manually cast it myself. We need
That'd be
5.
8. You'd need 4
Eight.
stones
Oh no,
for
I
us
can
to
make more.
cast
What I'm
it.
talking about, I can make 5. I make 5 of them
Oh,
because I can make 3 because it's a 4-level spell. I thought it was 5th, but it's 4th. So I can make all. I can give everyone dimension doors, and we could just literally teleport probably all the way to the top of the pyramid and work our way down in your
how big
original
was
plan,
the
right?
pyramid? How big in like feet?
How high is it? You mean?
How high? Well, I'm
Joseph,
also
how high
saying
is the
like
pyramid?
how far is it from the front to the back? Because we could also just dimension door to the front door of it as well.
Hard to say.
Hard to say.
Joseph's like
I
measuring
mean,
out.
yeah, let me just break out my measuring of what I pictured this. Because again, you got to remember the entrance is not ground level, right? There is a giant staircase that led up to the entrance. So where you guys were when you were making the tree, um, obviously ground level. The staircase is like almost pushing the canopy of the trees. So think, again,
Hmm.
let's just say like 30 feet up. So,
I mean,
but
dimension doors can go 500, so we're cool in that regard.
but judging from just how big the base is, it's hard to tell.
I mean, if you want to, then I can make 5-dimension doors. We assign it to, like, each have a partner. You group together. Use the glyphs when we get out of the transfer 3 plans. Boom! Instantly at the door. We avoid all damage towards. Like we avoid everything around us. Give them no
It
chance
might
to.
be too big for that,
What?
right? Is that what you were saying, Joseph?
What?
That the pyramid itself might be too big to dimension door
No,
all the
it's
way
it's
across
not.
it? No?
No, it's not that big.
Oh.
It's
The
just
way he
hard.
described it is not that
It's
big.
it's just it's hard to estimate the size
Like
of it.
500 feet is far.
I mean, if I, being familiar with it, at least flew over there, you could like locate person and find out exactly how far away I am and what angle.
I mean, we could just get there. You could like how dimension door works. Since I don't know, you're like more of the druidic kind.
I've never done it before.
It's like you imagine where you want to be.
I
And
saw
then you go
you and
there.
Alec do it.
Yeah, I
Um,
imagined I wanted to be in there, and then I wasn't there. So if you want to be at the entrance, you imagine you want to be there, and then you end up there. So if you just have, I make 5 of those, we assign partners. You and your partner go up to the door. We avoid all the combat downstairs, and we're at the door, like like a smooth entry.
it didn't work.
What didn't work?
I was trying to imagine being there, but it didn't work.
No, but you need to have the spell. You need to
Oh,
have the thing, and you need to actually look at it and be close enough.
I am pretty far.
I mean, I would demonstrate now, but I would use the spell I need.
Makes sense.
And look at the cell. What do you think about that cell?
Cell's already walked away.
Oh,
Sell, you bitch, come
Sel,
back.
you're a wizard. How far did you think the pyramid seemed?
Like just this big.
Just over here.
Orisa, I thought you said wizards were smart.
Yeah, he's a special case.
Um.
Oh my god.
Yeah, as he comes like kind of in a weird way, like he's trying to stomp, and he's just.
Yeah, you like my
What?
sister. You like my sister, stomping like a small child. How far was it from like the way you went to the tree to like the entrance of the pyramid? Guesstimate.
Why?
Dimension door, you idiot.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Okay, fine. Thanks. You can go be angry over there now again.
Hey, don't get angry near this watermelon. I don't want you to ruin it.
He's just goes back.
I mean, we could go get more watermelons. There's still
Who
like
who was like his partner Annie, right? She's
Yeah.
probably still around, right? I look at her.
She's just like pinching the break between her nose, and it's just. I know, you don't have to tell me.
I'm not saying anything.
He's so you gotta know him the way I know.
Like Arista, I don't think I want to. Anyway, you seem like a nice person, and I guess he's lucky. I mean, more than he deserves from what I can see.
Damn straight he is.
Damn right. Anyway, I think that's a good plan, right? We teleport all up there, like where we avoid all the demons around the door, and if worst comes to worst, I can just literally cast a wall of force behind us or wall of stone, lock off the gate, and we're inside.
I mean,
They can't do anything about it.
No, I can't do that because we still need the transport via plants. Never mind.
I mean, yeah, that's one way of doing it. If not, we can try to create a distraction for you all. And
I mean,
at
I'd rather not.
least
You have to fight an island of demons.
I'm sure we'll quickly get out. We'll work our way. I picture
got
we could maybe work our
teleportation
way back to the sea, and we can just
or you
fly
could just
away.
teleportation circle back here.
That
You
is
have Cell.
That's true too. We could get him to do it, and
Todan leans over to Orisa. Are you sure you want them to come with us?
Yeah, why not? I mean, we're gonna have to fight through the Shadowfell as well. Like it's
I
not
mean,
just here.
Two of them almost got me killed, and they don't seem to realize what they can do.
I mean, I like Ursa looks at him. I have to give
I
them
don't
the
mean to
one
be.
thing that.
Todan turns back to Anne and who else is still standing there?
Arena.
Arena. Yeah. I don't mean to be rude. It's just I almost died a few minutes ago because people stopped in the middle of a transport. I
Oh,
didn't really want to
trust
lose
me,
half my body to a
we
tree.
wouldn't have let you die. Okay.
You would have got reincarnated.
We all got ran over by each other. It was clearly an accident. We all tried to go at the same time.
Well, I think they should come with us to the Shadowfell. I mean, we need
You,
everything we can get there.
what are you trying to insight?
Whether or not she actually thinks that I wouldn't have died there.
You believe she's telling the truth. That
Hmm.
she believes in both her and Cell's capabilities. That if you guys did not make it, that you guys would have been a-okay.
But I'd like to stay a Firbolg. For now, anyway.
Okay.
Well, regardless, I think we should all. I think we should all go to the Shadowfell. I mean, when like the journey doesn't end going to the Shadowfell, then of course.
If we have the option to all go, I don't see why you would want to like stay separate. And isn't who is it?
Like,
Is it Voth who's stuck back in the other back in the
yeah.
Shadowfell?
I mean, who knows what they've done to him? It's like we probably
Yeah.
need everyone we can get
You
there.
don't
I
want to
mean,
help your other friend? You want to try to stay here?
Well, and Arena speaks up. It's not that we don't want to help him. Believe me, we all would rush in there without hesitation to try to bring him back. It's There was a good point that was made when we were discussing some stuff last night. What if we all went, and what if we all died?
I don't know how you rule on using like features, but I'd like to try using one of my features here.
What?
It's called Heart of Darkness.
Okay.
I'd like to just as I talk, kind of my eyes turn a bit darker and they see some of the unimaginable horrors I've been through. In my 100 years of being tortured. I'll just be like, but if we all go, there's less of a chance of us dying compared to if just half of us go. They'll be much more likely to die.
And as they kind of like see some of this, and you can see like it's almost like it's not like it doesn't bother them, but it's like they've seen some stuff too.
Yeah.
And it's just like, then you know how it would feel like if all of the innocent people as well would get caught. We don't know yet. We're not 100% on one or the other. It's just something that came up. She's right. We we're trying to think the best in both scenarios. I mean, Sel brought up a point. If Arissa was bound to the Feywild, if she wouldn't die then. So if you guys failed, she could report on what went wrong and what could probably change. And yes, you're right too. If we all went, we could probably stand a better chance. But we won't know for sure, would we?
I mean, we know what's in there in the Shadowfell. There's a superpowered wolf undead. There are at least a bunch of other undead, a slew of undead wizards, and then Lily herself, who is a god-powered demi some form of lich at this point, I guess. I mean, four of us, that's like a big ask to do that much in one go. 5. I mean, the thing is, like, if we fail, like, I know for a fact that they will know that their shot open. They have their shot after us. I mean, we might as well all fail together. But if you succeed, you know, I think the chances of success are much higher. And like we're mostly here to, well, A, kill them so that the Titan has less backup, and B, save, well, your friend, our friend. I mean, I haven't met him that much, but I feel like staying behind would do disservice to him from your side. I mean, I have no issue doing it, but I mean, I think you should go.
No,
Like there will always be new heroes rising in the material plane. It's just that when we are the ones now with the responsibility, with the power and the opportunity to do it, and to not take that chance would just be a waste. I mean, I might as well just stay in the Feywild at that point and just taken up the mantle of luck, right? but I chose not to.
Go ahead and make a perception with not perception. Persuasion
Persuasion?
with advantage for Fodan's help.
Advantage, persuasion.
I'm not the one rolling because
Oh, 15.
it's negative.
Should I? You know what? Because I can. I'll roll a lucky out of that, and I can choose which the die is the highest. So because I can. 12. It's the 15 then.
Okay. Um,
I tried.
What the heck?
What?
Well, I said, what the heck? But all of your rolls are below 10.
Yeah, I know. It's
um,
fine. 15 is still decent.
they both kind of just look at each other. And, we'll bring it up. I, you make a fair point. It's not easy doing what all of us are about to do. We're just concerned is all that if we fail, did we just fail this entire region? Did we fail the world that nothing can stop this?
Well, if worst comes to worst, I can banish some of you back.
But we'll see.
I mean, I'll have banishment ready, and if needed, I can. At least one of you will make it out for sure.
How's Sarissa?
I mean, I just have to get myself to low. I just have to hurt myself enough to get teleported away. So
They both nod and well, let's go talk to the others about it. Yeah, you're right. And
I'll walk away.
they both uh kind of like pat you on the shoulder a little bit, just kind of like reassurance, like they understand what you're saying, and it's kind of like we're with you. So, but
I'll
they
just start creating the 5-dimension doors just
As much
anyway.
as we need their help, if their heart's not in it, then they might not be as willing to.
I think their hearts are in it. It's just
I feel like they're torn between, like like I look at Podan because Podan, like, they originally stayed in the capital as they've walked away. Obviously, I'm not gonna say as well in there.
yeah,
But
you guys are alone.
like originally they stayed in the capital because when like dragon was attacking on one side, like the wares were taking over a city, like they stayed behind because they felt like they needed to protect the people. But I mean, look what that has resulted in. I mean,
Yeah.
it's done them no
Look
good
where their
sitting there.
inaction got them.
Yeah, exactly. So they should come with us.
My grandpa mentioned to me about them coming through a portal while you were in Zagcaster, but
Yeah,
it was last minute, a
I
little
mean,
later than
yeah,
what would have been preferable.
I think we're like all in this together. I mean, we make our stand now, and if we fail, like at least we did our best. Because if we fail and then afterwards they'll come against them with like knowing that we're not there, it's like,
plus the
Would
Titan.
would it
yeah,
be a good idea for us to be able to move a little faster before we go in there? Because I have a
uh,
first level spell that could just give us a little boost for
I mean,
about
it
an
depends.
hour.
Depends on how many people you hit with it. Everyone?
Uh, Double check. I think it's 4 people at first level or something.
Is
No, it's one
it?
person. I could hit
Nah,
up
it's
to
fine.
4 people without burning too high.
Nah, it's fine. Like I like
No.
if we play it correctly, like we just 2 people go together through the tree. Then one of them uses the magic door go up, and then let's do that 5 times in a
I
row
don't
with
think
all
we
of us.
should be invisible as we go through the
No,
tree.
we don't have
Certain
to be
people,
invisible.
yeah,
If we're gonna,
certain people
if we,
have proven that they don't do well with that.
well, with the dimension door, hopefully they have no time to react to that, so it should be fine. Because like
Yeah.
you remember when I teleport out, they didn't get a chance to attack me either, so
Yeah.
they will be fine. But I'll get to work on those things. Well, whilst I'm working on, like, are we all ready for this?
Uh,
I mean, it's gonna be one heck of a fight in
Yeah.
there, right? I mean, now it's proper life for that. It's like this now it's life of them, not just us, but everyone else. Because if we fail, they know the way is clear.
Yeah. Who do you? That'd be a negative sell here, but who if
Negative.
it isn't that yeah
The sour
uh
cell.
that is true too. Um, who do you think would be a good? I hate to say it, but like who would who among the others should get banished back out of the Shadowfell?
Probably. I mean, I don't really know. It's like how to put it like this. I don't want to banish any of the people who are together, because then one of them is gonna live and the other one's gonna die, right? And they're never gonna be able to forgive themselves because they couldn't save their partner, right? Like saving the rest of the group sucks. Like being the one that survived sucks, yes. But if you then also lose your your chosen partner, essentially, that's like makes it even worse, right? So it's none of the
How
people who
many
are
people could you banish?
one. It only
Just
works.
one.
I can't do more.
What
Oh
if
no, I
do
can.
you have
No,
turn spell?
I can. I can do 3 if I use my 6th level for it.
So did the three.
I don't. Just on a statistical standpoint, based on the fact that I'm the only one who can transport to the tree, not on the fact that I'd like to survive, I don't mind dying. It would be an interesting experience. But I think it would be a wasted opportunity to lose the access to a sort of backdoor to that portal.
Yeah, I could banish you.
And
Who would the other
then,
2 people do?
as much as I don't like Cell and Anne, they are also they have magical capabilities that could make them assets.
Yeah, those two would probably be the best ones given the
Yeah,
situation.
I'll try to save my 6th level to do it, but otherwise I will try to save a fifth. I mean, it goes down after that, obviously. But like in worst case comes to worst, I guess I will have to banish you if we're in a dire situation, because you're the person with the back door, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that way we can keep going in the back door.
But if Lily shows up, we're gonna have to go all out, and
She
probably
could
won't be
also
able to.
counter spell, couldn't she?
No,
Like
I
certain
Good.
can.
people have the
If I
capability of.
if I save my one of my special gifts, there's no way to counterspell it. Because they can't, like, to counterspell, you need to see someone cast a spell. And if they can't see me casting a spell,
I can't counter it.
you can't counter it. But when it
So
comes to Lily, like, she probably has some sort of resistances against things we do against her. So we should try to burn a lot of her things with low level spells that still would be very nasty to be affected by, right?
Hey, you want a glowing axe next time again?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
yeah,
That seemed to work extremely well against Shadowfell creatures.
Yeah.
So we open up with that on Tay, and then we try to clump around Tay so that Tay can.
Well, do you think Lily would be immune to having her shape changed or being charmed or different things that could be used to burn saves like that? Because shape changing her to like a chicken would probably be bad for her.
Yeah, shape changing would probably. There's not many things that can resist that.
but maybe the charm, she might be resistant to that.
And shape shifting is like most of the things that are resistant to shape shifting are things that are shape shifted already. So
Mhm.
that would probably work. Charm, I think she's probably immune to fear as well. Like just
Wait,
taking a
I mean,
wild guess.
half of her is a
Hurt
skeleton, so I assume
bind?
through the first.
I mean, I probably you remember that lance that I fired at someone that stunned Victor. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Probably not immune against that Well, wait, she might be immune against stuns actually. I guess the monk can find out. We have a monk, right?
We have a monk, yeah. I was gonna say maybe put. I don't know if others can do the holy light, the light thing on others, like other people.
I think Alec can do like holy weapon, but I don't think
Is she
it's
able
like
to like float?
who's. I don't know.
Lily?
We haven't. We don't know yet. We knew that she was like a wizard of, I assume, a little bit above my caliber, what I am right now in life. But in undead, we don't know what ability she has.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say
Do you think she'd
if
be immune to being like grappled, restrained sort of situation?
Probably not. Like we have to burn
Well-
to those like safeguards because otherwise my big spells won't hurt her. Because you can just choose to not take damage from them.
Kodan, for that weapon, you can only cast it on one person, right? Or can you do multiple?
It is not concentration, so I could do multiple as long as we're doing it beforehand.
Yeah,
During
maybe.
combat, it would be a little difficult to do it on multiple.
But maybe
First we're probably
maybe
gonna
do
have to
it.
fight 2 demons.
That's why I was gonna say maybe do it for the people that are gonna be up front.
I have a
Maybe so that they can.
question. What happens if you would cast something like Revivify or Reincarnate on something that's undead? I've never tried it.
It's been dead longer. Has it? Isn't there a time limit?
But then
Yeah.
technically they're not dead because they're undead.
I don't know.
But they're dead.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
I know it's
Because
different.
This is
I'm
just in-game
This
pondering.
is
I know
in-game.
outside a character it wouldn't work.
Yeah,
But
I like it. This
in-character.
is in-game. In character is like
In character, can I do a resurrection vial on the big boss of Final Fantasy VII and instantly cause them to die because they're technically undead and I'm bringing them back to life or something?
no.
Isn't that
The coding,
Sephiroth?
I don't know. I don't remember. I didn't actually play the game. I just know that this was a thing that existed apparently.
I
Oh
don't
my
think it
god.
probably won't work because as they said and they're already dead and too long dead, so I don't think it will work.
Okay. DM,
But
I
I
have
guess
a question.
I don't have an answer.
On Animate Dead, I need to reread it. I believe if you cast it on an undead creature, you can sort of take control of them.
let me have a look at it.
That might
'Cause
count as a charm effect. I'm trying to read it right now, but it's like 2 paragraphs long.
What's called Animate Dead?
Animate Dead.
Let's have a look.
Because it's an instantaneous cast, right? Well, no, it's 1 minute. Sorry, never mind. Scratch that anyways, even if it could work. I'd have to have Quicken
Yeah.
spell.
Well. So.
I try in
Does it?
here. I'm sorry.
You're
From what
good.
it looks like, it's only like the servants
It's
that
only
you
ones
make.
that you currently have control over.
Oh, no,
you
only
can make?
only ones that you make with this spell.
Okay.
It's not like random and that you can control with it. It's just like the ones that you make with this spell, from what I can read.
I think the best I've got is either I could try Earthbind, Polymorph. Polymorph's a bit of a higher level spell to just be throwing out there.
Yeah. Well, you also can just throw out a damaging spell to make them like save against it because they would take a lot of damage.
Yeah, that too.
Does Earthbind just reduce flying speed? It doesn't
Yeah.
restrain
Yeah.
them?
No, it's only
Okay,
fly.
I thought it restrained them. I thought it was
No, it didn't.
basically hold person.
No.
Well,
Dang.
Well,
Does
wait,
Lily
what?
wear any metal?
Not sure.
Not sure. What out of character? What level is that magical weapon thing? Is it a first level?
It's not a magical weapon. It makes it glow light. It's 3rd level.
Oh.
Not too bad. That's pretty
I
average.
could do it. I could do it 2 or 3 times comfortably, but
I
then
was
it
gonna
might
say.
be.
Well, like I would say it'd be better to have it on more than just me, maybe.
But that's
You
in the
make
when we're in the Shadowfell. That's when we're in the Shadowfell. Like until then, we probably have to fight through a
yeah.
bunch of demons first.
I could do if she is on the ground. I could attempt to entangle her.
I mean, like rooter in place.
It would,
Uh-huh.
and I would grow a lot of vines on the ground, and if a creature fails, they would become restrained.
Oof, that's nasty. That's a good one.
Yes,
Yeah,
I could
go with
do
that one.
that.
And if
Yeah,
and
I
if
think
if
that.
if my if luck favors our side, I can make her fail the rolls so that
And I was
she
thinking about
has
doing
to burn it.
fairy fire as well, which would give us advantage, which she could choose to let happen, but then everyone would just have advantage on her for the next
Oh, that's a
minute.
Well,
fairy fire is really good.
what we'll do
Fairy
here
fire is
is
really good.
I'll go ahead and let you guys talk about it, but why don't we go ahead and end
Yeah.
tonight's session there?
Sorry,
Oh, sorry.
we're getting
No,
too
no,
technical.
you guys, yeah,
in
no, you guys
character
are,
war planning.
War.
no, you guys are
War
fine.
planning.
So we're in tonight's session there. We'll
Mhm.
pick back up. Should be next week. Yeah, pick back up next week, and we'll see the journey into the temple. So I'm glad everybody came out to join us. That were not live. But thank you for watching the video.
Yeah.
Old habits. But no, thank you everybody for watching. This wrapping up closer and closer, getting more intense as it is. So can't wait to see
Wait,
what happens.
just wait till we're in the final battle and put in turns and cast Entangle on the group.
Lucky.
But nevertheless, I hope you all
Counter
have a
spell.
wonderful day and a wonderful night. We'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye.